We went through session 0, made our characters, and you guys met each other at the bar. The classic bar in D&D.
Ah, wonderful.
A place called the Golden Chain. A woman and her young son run the Golden Chain in the city of Windstrand in Orrin. Orrin is one of the continents in Zen, mostly under the control of a force called the Darkness. The Darkness controls many of the creatures that dwell beneath the earth and those that seek annihilation and destruction. But the Darkness is not crazy. He or she holds dominion over the old cities of men and the kingdoms of men and taxes them and has vassalized them. High Pass is one of such of those kingdoms, as well as its adjoining city called Windstrand. That's where you guys are at. But in the Golden Chain, you guys, the innkeeper complained that she couldn't go down in her cellar because there were a bunch of rats down there. So you guys were like, well, we'll handle it. So she removed a floorboard. You guys came down, and Gazan, who was kind of showing up late, he helped come down, and I think he got a good swing on a rat too, didn't you?
Yeah. No burned rat today, but I'll definitely get a nice little stomp.
And that's kind of where we're at in the adventure. Does anybody else have any comments, questions, or concerns? We ready to start?
Are we actually going to be picking up and where we left off in the basement on the map, or are we just doing this theater of the mind?
Just do it. I'm going to try to do more theater of the mind, but because that way I don't have to move like all these little NPC models around and, you know.
No, you're good.
Be like the guy in Being John Malkovich, you know, the puppets.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one thing I want to do initially, and that is because I saw the black blood that the rats leaked out. I want to cast Divine Sense to sense if there's anything wrong with these rats.
What god do you believe in?
Well, it was Tiamat from her older days, but she has relinquished that. So
what's the symbol look like around your neck? Or
it is essentially just a dragon head, the side of a dragon head.
Yeah, before we start, let's go around the table though, and like, why don't we kind of describe everybody and just say, hey, you know, who I am and stuff like that. Let's start off with Victoria.
Well, good evening. I am Victoria. I'm a fair lady wearing a very long pink and purple dress, when is always accompanied by a large parasol that she usually keeps within close proximity of herself. She has long, dirty blonde hair, more on the blonde side, with green eyes, fair complexion, and is often accompanied by a small dove that is always within her proximity, that she has taken quite a liking to. And she likes to perform little feats of magic every now and then.
Karma.
Hello, I am Karma. I am a cleric. Karma is wearing all black leather robes with the cowl that is always covering half of her face. She wears a chain necklace around her neck with a skull, and from parts of her cheek you can see she has a tattoo that stick through.
What does the tattoo look like? Anything in particular, or it's more like one of those tribal tattoos?
Tattoo is a holy symbol of her deity.
Okay. Gazan?
So Gazan is a brass dragonborn. Although her scales are very shiny at the moment, she is maintaining a really good outlook, and she has a buff appearance. Despite this, though, she does tend to stay in the background a lot, and is not looking to get involved in a lot of things.
What is her weapon of choice?
Currently she has a knife with her, and she also wields leather armor.
Like a hide armor, like a bunch of just furs and things?
Indeed. She came from the north not so long ago.
What does her shield look like?
The shield, well, she left that at a home, but it would essentially just be made out of granite. Just rough carvings.
She's 7'2", and her scales are like brass. Interlocking scales, right?
Yes.
Venna.
Hello. Venna is new to this. She just came into this world. She's just average height. She's a Eldrin sorcerer. And I don't know exactly what you'll want to know, but the weapon of choice of her is a crossbow. She's neutral good. She's 105. Don't know if that was accurate or not, but I knew it.
Dim's baby years for elf.
Well, then I'm still growing.
Yes.
That's why I'm learning. I'm learning all the stuff. I'm learning the stuff.
Exactly.
What is Venna's favorite color?
Oh God.
Green.
Green, like the summer
You'll-
leaves.
Yes, you'll notice that her outfits often match her eyeshadow.
She has red hair. She's like 5'5", isn't she?
5'8". I gave her a little height.
Little bump, some
Yeah.
high heels.
Yeah, she wears lots of boots.
Does she have any? She doesn't have any weapons or anything like that, right?
I think she only has a crossbow.
Yes, and I think we did this spell. I think I gave you Firebolt or Lightning Lure, and you snapped it across and whipped this poor little rat in two in the basement here.
Yes.
Irindal.
Hello, my name is Erindo Selvarum. I am what you would call a sage. I was once the apprentice of a mighty archmage in the Elven Empire, but after a falling out, we decided it would be beneficial for both parties to part ways, albeit temporarily. My weapon of choice, whenever magic is not an option, would be my humble but effective dagger, aside from my staff, of course. I am a rather imposing 6'2", with some emerald green eyes and platinum blonde hair. I am just reaching 120 years old, and I am a lawful neutral mage of... What class did I pick?
Order Scribes.
Order of Scribes Wizard. Charmed.
As always. Does he have a staff of any kind?
Yes, he has an arcane staff. It is made of metal, but it is laced with magic. Quite literally, by the word of laced.
Are there like elven runes riddled on it?
There are.
What do they say?
It's just some old poem. I'll work on the poem later if you're really interested.
No, it's okay. I want to know your character's name, his backstory, and all those. I want the whole family tree now. Gazan touches his amulet within the basement of the barkeep or the bar here. You touch it and you pray to the god of dragons. You see a flash of light peer over your eyes to search out any fey, fiends, or undead. As you look at the black blood, no aura is revealed.
Curious. I lean down and like pick one up by the tail.
It's like cut in two. It's been whipped.
No.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
It's disgusting.
And you're getting blood everywhere. What is wrong with you?
I'll be riddled with disease.
So what? I'm not eating it. Isn't that your
There's
food,
mo-
elf?
There's more than one way to contract a disease. Honestly.
I flick it just over my shoulder.
Ugh. Ugh.
No.
Was there anybody behind him when he flicked it over his shoulder?
Yeah, got a little bit on your cheek a little bit there, Venna. A little goop. You try to lick a little bit of it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh,
I try.
oh dear.
That disturbing display aside, does anyone else notice all the blades and the weaponry down here? Is that normal? I don't think that's normal.
I do not believe so.
I don't know. I was just drinking a moment before.
There was a table with some potions and scrolls on it, right? Or books or whatever.
Yeah, I actually loaded the map. You guys really want to see it? And you walk you walk over to the table. There's like blades and things like that. Too many blades for some person to have, but all kinds of assortments. It's Irindel. This isn't the fine craftsmanship that you've seen at Oveanor or of the Elves of the East. It's human blades forged of iron right off the crust of the earth.
How crude. I'm gonna go over to the table that has is that a chest? Yeah, that's a chest.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
Appears to be locked. But there's like dust and cobwebs on it. Like the barkeep was telling the truth. Like she wasn't able to get down here, very soon. So things have just kind of gone, to waste. You see some rotten fruit on the table as well.
Are those scrolls magical of any kind, or are they just like normal pieces of parchment?
You look over to it, you unfurl it. It appears to be a magical scroll of some kind.
Fascinating. Not ever in my many years have I heard of a barkeep owning scrolls of magic.
How abnormal is it to find like someone that would have like a weapon stash? Would this be just something like finding the lair of a prepper, or is this like treasonous? Is like it's like a scale of like how weird or illegal this might be.
I'm not familiar with the laws of this land, so I actually couldn't tell you.
The force of darkness.
This is to the DM.
No, it's great.
Oh.
Yeah, you're asking a great question, Victoria. The force of darkness have vassalized Windstrand and High Pass, but they allow people, even such as yourselves, would-be adventurers and other challengers, to walk around freely with arms, so they can attack or basically bait out attacks as they are drawn by the forces of blood and bloodshed.
Okay, and this area that we're in, are we like occupied by an enemy force? Like, has the darkness like occupied this country now?
It has. And you know very well who it is because of your background, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who Aghel is.
Okay.
Is that a staff or a rod on that table?
You look at it over again. Why don't you make an investigation roll?
Sure.
Do you think anybody owns these items anymore?
I would believe so.
I'd imagine to be the barkeeper.
I was gonna say maybe the barkeep.
Should we ask some questions, or should we act on our own?
Is the barkeep upstairs?
Yeah, unless she left like 5 minutes ago. You guys have been down here kind of like looking around.
Hilda
Maybe-
and her son, Lance.
Maybe you're a little buzzed, Venna, from that glass of mead that you had just prior.
That is an 11 on my investigation. Oh, that's an intimidation. Oh my god.
Intimidate the scroll.
What you are!
What are you?
What are you?
That's a 21 on the investigation
Yeah.
check.
Nothing beyond the magical scroll that you found is here, but the craftsmanship is it's strange, Victoria. Why would someone have so many weapons down here?
Perhaps some form of resistance is boiling.
That was my thought as well. I wonder how old these might be. Is this maybe before the incursion?
Maybe they were planning something?
Perhaps. Or it's been... what, 15 years since Bypass has fallen? Maybe these are from before. Or when that was happening.
Perhaps.
I sense no lingering entities in the area.
Indeed. However, this bar just became quite more interesting.
Perhaps we should go ask a few questions. They do owe us a drink now.
I should agree to that.
Oh, and room and board, actually. Now we're placed to sleep for the night.
Indeed. Onwards and upwards, I suppose.
Gans, aren't you supposed to be meeting someone here?
I don't know.
Well, isn't that why you're here?
You smell that? It's plot.
I'm not sure.
You did bump your head on the way over here, right?
Did I?
You kind of ran into something.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's my drinking problem.
You guys walk upstairs.
Yep.
Yes.
I do.
Your feet then cross across the old wooden planks. Victoria asks a lot of questions. She kind of thinks about it. Why is it the way it is? Why are things just left like this, lost and forgotten in the world? Does anybody even remember your last name anymore, Victoria?
Probably not.
You walk up and she's there. The barkeep.
DM, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I did want to mention I was taking that scroll with me.
Okay, you take the scroll. You can make the Arcana roll now as you just like briefly look it over.
Sure.
So the DC is it's a first level spell. So the DC is 10 plus the level of spell. So the DC would be 11, and you rolled a 13 to identify the spell. If you weren't able to identify it that way, that's where you would have to use stronger magic.
Right.
What spell is it, Arendelle?
Oh, I get to choose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll let you know later.
You have to let us know now. That's the caveat. Because Venna, we need
Damn
to
it.
kind of bring Venna in the group along.
All right, fine. Let me look at my level 1 spells and see which one I don't have so I can use it once. Let's make it.
10 seconds.
How dare you do this to me?
And then we're all heading upstairs.
Let's make it a charm person scroll. Yeah,
Charm person.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Who would try to charm someone and left it in the basement like this?
Hell if I know. I'm just grabbing it because
What
it's
kind of
something
rooms are down here in this basement?
The plot thickens.
As you know, do you think enchantment magic is evil, Arendelle? Being able to possess someone?
No
Sway
school
them
of
to your
magic
ways?
is no school of magic is evil. It's all about learning, and any way to learn and gain knowledge is respectable in its own right, as long as it's not misused.
You pocket it into your side pouch or into your cloak like this, right? Or you like pocket it in there, right?
Oh, I put it into my scroll case.
You roll it up.
Yep.
You plug it in, and Venna, you go upstairs, and the barkeep is there, and she says, "Were you able to get those rats out of there?"
Yeah, we took care of them, all right.
Yeah, you just have to clean up the carcasses down there.
There was a bit of a mess, but we
see-
took care of them.
I see you got kind of messy. She points over at Gazan. He has like some blood splatter on his chest from throwing it over his shoulder.
It is no worries.
And there's indeed a lot of worry.
Well, feel free to take a seat and wait for whoever you are waiting for. And here, I'll get you a glass of mead. And I'm a woman of my word. You can have 3 days stay here.
Oh no, I've had 3 glasses already. I don't need more.
All right. Well, just have a seat.
Hilda, if I might trouble you for just a moment, how long has this establishment been in your care?
My husband and I ran it for many years.
Oh, all right.
Could you put a number to that?
She starts to think. About 2 decades or so. Maybe she thinks, oh, it's about as old as my son, actually.
I see. So you would know of the weapons down there?
She kind of bows her head a little bit, and she says, those were my late husband's.
That's a lot of weapons for one man, late or not.
What did your husband do?
He was a warrior. Like you. She points over to Gazan.
Who was your husband?
His name was Thomas.
Thomas. I'm sure he is sorely missed. He was a great warrior.
I should hope so.
He
That's a
fought-
lot of backup weapons.
If I may ask,
Elbow him.
I was gonna say, is he great if it was?
when did he die?
Shortly after my son was born. He was trying to fight the armies of the darkness. And as soon as she says that, the door opens up and an orc and a goblin come in through the door.
Oh, dear.
Fresh mead! Bring it here! They sit down at the bar. She says, coming. And she brings them, she starts taking their orders. What do you guys do?
Probably get maybe about 10 feet of distance between them because, nasty.
They kind of you can kind of smell it, like that musk.
I could basically feel it. Yeah, it's disgusting. I do not wish to be next to them.
You're not a fan of orcs and goblins, I take it.
Less a fan of orcs and goblins than those who are incapable of maintaining proper hygiene.
I walk up beside Arundel and I lean real close to him and ask, "You didn't take anything down there, did you?"
I just used the tip of my staff to just kind of try to push you away, but I'm a little bit lighter than you, so I push myself away. And I'm like, 5-foot rule, please.
Okay. And I just stroll off. Not dealing with that then. But I will have a grudge against him.
Is the what walked in? What was it? An
Orc and a goblin.
orc and a goblin. Okay. Are the orc and the goblin doing anything?
They're speaking Orcish to one another. Do you understand Orcish?
I'm looking for.
It's under your languages
No.
on the bottom left.
Don't.
It's a strange language. It's like sounds like Klingon,
Do I have let me see if I have something I understand. I don't think.
I know many languages, but none of them are so crude as goblin or orc.
I know, like, I should speak Orcish, but I don't. I went basic.
The barkeep brings over their ales that they ask for. Strangely enough, they take out like a vial or something like that, and they say something like grog. And they mix something in with the drink.
Oh.
Well, that's nasty. Especially if it's what I think it is.
What do you think it is? Blood.
Yes, actually.
I was joking.
I suppose we could ask them.
Who can ask them?
I
Do you
don't.
speak their language?
I mean, I'm sure they speak common. We could go ask.
And sorry, just
You.
from lore ways. Is this like Lord of the Rings, where like orcs and goblins are all like part of the armies in darkness? Like basically, it's a racial thing. They're all part of this army.
You
Or
look
force.
If
across.
you guys are looking,
Sorry, go
Probably
ahead.
hate
Design.
elves.
if you guys are looking to stir trouble, I will not be a part of it.
Who's starting trouble? I think it'd be best if we didn't. Do you know?
Of course, yeah. Trouble is the last thing on my mind.
What an idea.
I don't know if I believe you, Karma.
I simply just wish to strike up a conversation.
I feel like
Emphasis on
Try not
strike, I
to step
assume.
on any toes.
elves.
And by strike up a conversation, I suppose you're putting a lot of emphasis on the strike part.
I like to avoid violence if it's possible.
Say that to the rats down there.
I was the only one who didn't hit one.
Coward. Feared of rats.
No.
It's hardly fear. Let's not go name calling now.
Wouldn't say it's cowardly. Probably the smartest one. Aside from myself, obviously.
Who fears rats?
Who fears a little conversation? And Karma will stand up and make her way over.
Karma, as
Do
you-
I have that free? I'm sorry. Do I have that free mead that she gave us a second ago?
she
or
just brought down some. She just put down some mead for you guys.
I'm gonna slide it down to them.
You actually have to get up. They're sitting at another table, so you pick up your mug, and you walk with Karma across the bar to go greet them at their own table. They kind of see you approaching, and they look at you. As Karma is armed, right?
It's concealed.
Okay, my bad. But you look across the way at the eyes of the orcs, and they have these. There's a symbol that the darkness has. That marks every creature. Their eyes are like pitch black with ichor, right? And I link it in our Discord for you to check it out if you wish.
I see this. It's spooky.
Ooh, it's creepy.
And their eyes are like pitch black. But Victoria, you know something is going on, right? As you see them turn their green tilted heads towards you, their eyes are somewhat faded. The grip over the darkness. The rumors could be true.
But these guys are probably not as into the darkness as before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The connection of the darkness to her minions is not as strong as it once was. But there's been many hopes and rebellions, just like the dusted weapons below. They've come and gone, and the darkness has remained.
Arendelle, do you see that? The eyes?
Yes, they are quite unpleasant to make contact with.
Is it not? Oh, yes, but look at the color. It's lighter. Do you think?
Yes.
Do you even care about the darkness? Is that a thing for you? I don't think you're from here.
Anything with a pulse and wants to keep said pulse should care about the darkness. But yes, I do.
I lean down to each of the levels and peer at the orcs from this distance. I don't see anything.
She's putting emphasis on the shade of their eyes changing. It's getting lighter.
Curious.
Am I still walking?
Yeah,
over?
Venna. So the thing is when we split the party like this, Venna, we kind of do one side of the party and then we go to the other. We kind of cutscene back, right?
Yeah. I'm just making sure I'm still heading where their eyes.
This is the longest walk. The bar was a football field across Venna, and it's just you're carrying. You spilled a little bit of that beer. You're like shit.
Slow motion walking.
No, you're walking towards a door that is moving away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a long haul, like a scary movie.
They just keep going to the stool next to them until they run out of stools.
They're running away.
The orcs
keep moving
the
tables.
orcs just stare at you, pretty menacingly. Imagine this linebacker basically, who's got just bulky muscles, huge deltoids. On his back is a great axe, and it's covered in furs and so forth. Hold on.
Oh no, he's doing it.
Doing what?
What?
Oh, is he getting a weapon?
He's doing an outfit change.
Yeah.
Props.
Method acting.
That is a battle axe, sir. A great axe is much larger.
This is all I could find at the Halloween store.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
They look at you as you approach. What do you do?
Karma bows.
Break their nose.
I offer up the mug toward I can't talk to them, so I just kind of offer gesturing this is for you.
He grips it from the bottom of his hands. His fingernails are sharp and green, and at the base of the fingernails is black, grimed with dirt. And he grabs it from you. He puts it on the table. He just stares at you.
Hello. How are both of you doing today?
Good.
We've been here for a while. Hadn't seen any other patrons, so we figured we'd come and have some conversation.
Yeah.
Karma sits in the chair next to him. Hi, I'm Karma. What's your name? And I'm going to extend a hand.
Are they at a table or are they at a bar?
They're at a table.
Okay, so you sit next. Now, where are they all? Then is there 3 seats and there's 1 seat
There's
left.
4 seats, so there's 2 seats. There's 1 seat left. Did you wish to sit down, Venna?
I sit down also and gesture like, "Hi, nice to meet you."
They don't shake your hands. They just actually take the mug and they lift it up and start drinking.
Oh,
So that's some pretty intense armory. What do you two do for a living?
I think this is a Tinder date.
For gods, you idiot.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I am simple of the mind. Or I imagine you're on break or off duty right now?
Yeah.
Oh, where do you guys, like, guard?
They both just look at each other. They just kind of ignore you.
You guys have long hours?
Yeah. Real long.
You should form a union.
Kazan, you're like thinking it's something's going on with your head. You're like, ugh. You look up at the doorway. The door opens again, right? You hear like the little like ding-a-ling-ling, you know, sound. And in comes a halfling. The halfling has like lamb chops. He has like a little, like one of those little pieces
Soul
of patch, like a little soul patch.
Yeah, okay.
Got like a real stern, like furrowed look, you know?
Okay. I instantly just bow my head and place my hand against my chest.
And he comes over and walks to the table of where Victoria, Arundel, and Gazan is sitting at. I'm going to go back to Vienna and Karma. What else do you guys do?
I'm attempting to get their names.
You ask them for their names?
Mm-hmm.
What's your name, stranger?
I'm Karma.
Yeah. My name is Agheg.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Is that the orc or the goblin?
It's the orc. He's just talking. The goblin is just sitting there, like connivingly, like sitting there. You hear him just like chuckle a little bit. He's like,
And what about you? What's your name?
my name is Snotwagon.
It's a lovely name.
Sorry, what was the orc name?
Agheg.
These guys are probably not going to live long enough for you to remember their names.
This is what the halfling looks like. I just linked this picture in there for our Discord, right?
Let's see it.
Oh,
Trying to also get better at tabbing in order. Lord Corrin comes up to Gazan. He says, "Are these the strangers? Is these the people
They
you're
are.
looking for? Are these the one who's answered the call?"
I would assume they are capable, but I haven't asked personally.
I have received no calls. What is this about?
Well, didn't you answer the flyer I put up?
No.
Well, now I'm curious now. What flyer? I look around. Was there a quest board somewhere?
He has a little exclamation point above his head.
Yeah. Damn.
It's like, well, the Iron Lynx, he has like a little insignia on him. It's the symbol of the Iron Lynx. It has like Dwarven in origin. He's a part of the Merchant Guild who runs a lot of... They run everything. They are a guild. They're like a union event of merchants who control most of the trade throughout Orin.
Iron Links?
They're called the Iron Lynx. I'll link you some more information here.
That's the Merchant Guild, right?
Corrin, sir, would you like me to extend the invitation?
Are you having some mead there, Gazan?
I've had a little. It is my day off, after all.
Well, give me some. Like, God?
As you will.
He like
And
sits
I
down.
walk over and get myself in the queue.
Another mead? I can't thank you enough for finishing off those rats. She hands you a mead, Kazan.
Somebody has a crush on you.
And of course I come back and just hand it over.
So I point at Gazan. So are you under his employment? You're like a mercenary of some kind?
I shift a little bit. My tail just swishes uncomfortably.
Gazan,
Something like that.
As Gazan's head turns towards you, you see two markings below his eye. One is a mark, a slave mark. The other one is a location of where his ownership is. The top mark, you look at it a little bit, Victoria, as you're kind of looking at it, it's representative of the Iron Lynx. You must be a slave of the Iron Lynx.
Oh. I see.
I turn away and just hand the meat over.
Well, that certainly explains it.
Let's go back to the orc table. What do you guys say? As they finish their meads with you? Are you going to drink that?
Oh, sure, be my guest. I'll slide mine over.
What is your additive to your meat?
You want to try some?
Depends.
He like pulls out like a little pouch, like it's like a vial almost. It's like really crude though, like it's been used many times. It's black in a way and it's like crusted, right, over this glass vial. You imagine that they probably stole it from someone, right? It's dirty. Something's never been washed. And they like pour it into the mead. And it's like, it's kind of reddish, but like dark red. But there's quite a bit there. And it goops out.
Ugh.
And they slide it over to you. He says, drink.
Can I try some as well?
Oh,
After her.
Okay.
after
them.
me.
Yes.
Now, do I have anything that I could figure out what this goop is, or I don't have abilities like that?
I've described
Dark red, goopy, viscous,
I'm assuming, but you
black
need to
when
assume.
black when dry.
So when Karma says, "Can I have some too?" she's gonna like grab the glass, and I'm gonna cast a purified food and drink.
Casting
Okay.
magic in here. As you begin to start doing the incantations.
Just rituals, you know.
He reaches out and tries to stop you, like your hand gestures, from completing the incantations. I said, let her drink it.
I think I should drink it.
Should you want me to make a grapple check?
Are we still able to see this happening?
You guys are kind of paying attention to the halfling that's there.
Yeah, I am just gonna poke him on the shoulder and say, Master, I think you need to get down soon.
What? What are you talking about?
I
Switches
have a
back in,
bad
switches
feeling.
voice over.
Karma will not invoke aggression, and she will back off.
I will stand ready.
He takes your hand off of your hands. Drink.
I'm conflicted because now I have to drink this drink.
I'm going to. This is just under the table. If anybody's listening or watching, you start to hear crackling ice and a faint blue glow as I am preparing Frostbolt.
Hold on. Do we see this?
I'm
know.
just doing it as is, guys.
Sorry,
whatever.
the orcs being aggressive towards Karma.
You kind of look over and you see them they're talking with Venna.
Does Karma look, or do Karma and Venna look afraid or on guard of what's happening?
It's unfortunate
Karma-
because their backs are to you. You can't see what they're doing.
My back is to them?
Yes.
Oh, I was
Okay,
gonna say out of the corner of my eye, I was gonna be seeing it while I try to distract the orc and goblin. But
If
I
you don't
think
want
that's
to
gonna work.
drink, then don't sit with us.
I enjoy drinking. I'm just letting it cool off a little.
It's cool.
It's cool.
No, this is pure pressure.
Yeah, this guy's forcing me to drink right now.
I know.
Let's get a real drink.
Either drink it or you can't sit with the cool kids.
Yeah, right. And you're Mean Girl. Let's turn into Mean Girls.
He doesn't have his battle axe out or anything like that, you know. He's
okay.
he's just trying to intimidate you, you know.
Oh, I know what I do.
On his
I go
face,
like
by
this,
the way, as you kind of struggle to make eye contact with these guys, Venna, I guess. You're able to look past his dark skin a little bit. You see that it's like horribly scarred. Like his face is
I try to change the
scarred.
subject.
What do you say?
I say, look over there. And I throw my drink over my shoulder.
Swoosh! Make a sleight of hand roll, Venna.
Oh no, where's that drink gonna end up?
Can I provoke the help action? Like, can I like lean across the table and point?
Yes, you can. So
Yeah,
you
look
can
over
roll.
there.
Venna can roll with advantage. How you do it is you go to your character sheet, you
Huh?
go to skills, and then you're going to right-click sleight of hand. It's alphabetized, right? And then you're going to right-click that die roll and hit roll with advantage.
So I right click, sleight of hand.
Yep, and then you're going to hit roll with advantage. Does that help you out?
How far away are they?
We're just doing the roll right now. They're probably like 30 feet away.
Okay.
You know, 20, 30 feet away.
It's not helping me. When I right click it, nothing happens.
Okay, well, just roll it once then, just by left-clicking it.
The dice?
There's a little icon that should have the modifier next to your sleight of hand roll.
Oh, the +1.
Yeah, and now right-click
Okay.
that +1 button.
Okay, now I can do it. Now I put on advantage. You said?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know what to.
Hey, we're helping you out, Venna. We're going to walk through every
I'm
little step of the
learning.
game with you.
All right, I clicked it, right clicked it, put advantage, and I put roll.
Yep, there you go. So now it rolls 2d20, and it picks the highest of both 20s, and then adds your modifier, which is a +1. You're not like a rogue or anything, so you're not like very dexterous. Now the dice are rolling across the
Still
screen.
rolling,
Remember,
sorry. I don't know why mine rolls so slow.
your computer is quite ghetto. So now what I'm going to
It's
do,
not.
I'm going to pull up the orc guy, and this is what we were talking about last week. I roll a counter roll to that on my side.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean like even if you roll low, I could roll lower than you. So it's rolled against their wisdom or perception. They kind of like point as karma like distracts them a little bit. They look, they're like, huh? And you put the glass back down and you like chugged it, and they look down at the glass. They like see it. They're like, "You're a fast drinker." And they pull the glass back.
I went to college. That you knew my roll then? You got it? You're good?
Yes.
You can see everything, right?
So
Okay.
I rolled something too. I rolled a hidden roll, right? So I rolled a 7, right, with the
Okay.
orc to see if they could see your sleight of hand roll, and they weren't able to see it.
Okay.
And that's what they were deceived. They were basically deceived by you. Let's go back to the, let's go
That was
back to
delicious.
the other table real quick. With the halfling there. I told you, Gazan, to get more. You're not going to be able to go to the lighthouse with just these two.
Well, half the group is over there by those.
Well, go get them.
I'm sorry. I'm so rude
I-
to interrupt. I apologize. Who are you?
My name is Lord Corrin Brushgather.
Lord!
Crying.
Sorry. I'm not used to jests.
Something in your throat, lad?
Not yet.
This one I will gladly sucker punch for you, and I point at Arendelle.
Sure. We need him afresh, though.
Sorry, give me that name again. Crying what?
Corrin Brushgatherer. Pull the earwax out of your ears, milady.
Huh. Well, sure, my lord. Forgive
is
me
not-
if I'm mishearing. Brusk. Wink.
I look for confirmation in Corrin's eyes. If I should walk over there, once more.
He just gives you like a head look. He's like, "Go get the others."
Will do, sir. And I start walking over.
Gazan, you hear his large, like dragon scale footsteps. Do you wear you're just barefoot, right?
Yes. Let's just say that.
You're like the thumping across the things. The barmaid
Yes.
and the barmaid comes over and collects the glasses. She just kind of like gives you a look, Venna, to say try not to start any trouble, and she like picks up the glasses and leaves with the glasses, right?
I do, yeah. Take
She
them all.
does. The barkeep does.
Oh, I thought you said me, sir.
Okay, and as I come over, I extend my hands out and say, "Gentlemen, ladies, if I may."
Who are you?
That is unimportant. I am looking to speak with your guest here. And I address Kama with a hand.
Oh, is it that time already?
If you would, please.
Of course.
And your friend.
Go.
I'll kind of tug Venna along.
Okay.
Give me the eyes.
Once we are out of range of like the other guys from hearing, I speak quietly to them, but also lean in close so nobody else can hear us. My master wishes to speak with you.
Who is your master?
That is the little guy over there by the bar. Come with you, would please.
The halfling with the miraculous hair.
The curly brown
That is
hair.
being very generous.
I suppose if he needs to. Do we know what's it about?
It is an expedition of sorts. Are you looking to adventure out? You appear to be capable of combat. I have seen you downstairs. But this one I am a little unsure about, and I address Kama.
Oh, you've seen him downstairs, huh?
Hey.
The Rat Slayer. Destroyer of worlds.
Your suspicions of me are misplaced.
Says the lady who is dressed in all black.
It's my favorite color.
Actually, black is the absence of color. That is
Meta.
absolutely something Arendelle would say if you said that in front of him.
Come along, please. And I turn and walk towards my master.
As they approach session 0, I bought 2 glasses of wine. I'm going to pick up the other one and hand it to Venna as they approach. Just be like, good scouting mission to the both of you.
Trying to get me smashed.
Should. Yeah.
Vanna, you didn't know that the rule in D&D is if you take a drink in the game, you have to take one in real life.
I'll go get a drink right now.
I'm
You're
just
going to tell me
kidding.
twice.
You do whatever you want to do. You do a drunk stream over there.
Typically, I
I'm glad I
would
did
enforce.
last.
Typically, I would enforce a con save if they're taking a drink.
Well, it depends on how strong it is.
Lord Corrin
Sure.
goes, are these the best you could muster?
It is what's present tonight. Would you like to wait another night, Miss Master?
Well, the Lynx won't allow it. The Grand Poobah wants us done right away.
Then I think this is the best shot we got.
Look at this one right here. He points over to Victoria. She's gonna get her dress all muddy.
Oh, don't worry, I'm quite capable of tending to my own affairs. And I cast Prestidigitation as that little bit of sparks kind of come up my fingertips. And I
The
perhaps...
one you should be worried about is the one over here dressed in all black, Master.
Oh, dark and mysterious, just like the Nameless ones. I like that.
Perhaps you would like to explain to us what exactly you need a group of adventurers for, because obviously your sales pitch is lacking.
Have you even ever ridden on a rowboat, ma'am?
A
You need us to row?
rowboat?
Yes, a rowboat.
I have ridden on a rowboat. Yes.
Really? When? Let me see your hands. Turn them over.
Excuse me?
Yes, turn them over.
You first.
He turns over his hands. They're kind of like rough hands, you know, kind of calloused. He says, and?
I angrily take a drink of wine. That's showing him my freaking hands. Asshole.
See what I mean, Kazan? It's hard to find such good help around these days.
And this guy's a lord?
Yes, I'm
For
Lord
some-
Corrin.
For someone who calls himself a lord, you sure do lack a decent amount of decorum when you're in front of a lady.
Well,
It's
I'm
quite
sorry,
disappointing.
Mr. Elf.
You should be. but I will not be accepting it.
Can I just say to him that for a lord with rough hands, you don't have much help?
Well, that's what I hire him for. He points to Gazan. He's my muscle.
I roll my eyes because he misgenders me.
I get confused sometimes, you know.
Shocking.
You see Victoria, like, just tightens her grip on her parasol.
You feel like the sound of that wood as you kind of like grip a baseball bat in a way, right? He takes another drink. He's like, well, the Iron Links, the ship just went missing the other day, right around the lighthouse, and, you know, these fucking guys over there, they won't do a goddamn thing. And if they don't do shit, well, Aghel is gonna be all up my ass.
How large of a ship are we speaking of? This is a large cargo vessel, or is this something smaller like a rowboat?
It's pretty big. It's not like a rowboat. And I'll make you a deal, ma'am. If you're able to get that prissy dress of yours wet, whatever treasure you find on there, you can keep. I just want to figure out what the hell happened out there.
What's supposed to be on the ship, if you don't mind my asking?
I don't know. You have to find out for yourself. I haven't had the manifest in front of me. You know, just shit rolls downhill. And that shit just landed on top of my fucking head. And now that shit has landed on your head, Gazan.
That's not what that is. I thought it was poorly made hair. Apologies for the miscommunication.
He takes another drink and he kind of gives you like an eye. He like gives you kind of a little like a side glare. He's like, man, just desperate times, desperate fucking measures is what I say.
Sure look desperate.
And what exactly is in it for us? Your ship filled with treasure for which you cannot account for is hardly an applicable payment for a group of adventurers. What are you offering to us?
Well, if it's pirates or anything like that of the sort, you bring me back a head of any creature out there, I'll pay you 25 a head. And just make sure whatever the fuck is out there, you figure it out and let me know. But I want proof.
25 what?
What do you think?
I'm hoping for gold, but if you try to shoot us with copper, then I can see why you're lacking help.
She's a funny one, Gazan, ain't she? Of course I'm talking about gold.
Each?
A head, yes. This isn't your first time out, isn't it, Elf? You've been staying too much time in the forest there, haven't you?
Guilty.
You try
Make
to
it
smell
30.
your breath a little bit? Ah, yes. That explains it too.
If you're done insulting the people at this table, raise it to 30 and you'll have a deal.
Hard bargain. Make a persuasion roll.
Sure.
Come on, Arendelle.
Give them
I have proficiency in it.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 14. Fuck you.
Fuck you! So he beats my roll. Fine, 30 ahead. Alright, but you're gonna need some help. He looks around, he's like, Pete! Pete!
Must you yell?
And
I raise him up onto my shoulders as he yells.
he says, put me down! I'm not done drinking yet.
Fine.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Just
And-
trying to help.
And comes
How
to-
little is he? How short is he?
He's probably like 3'5" or something. And
He is a halfling.
Yes, he's a halfling.
I just wasn't sure like how little that meant.
He's a halfling merchant. In comes a guy named Pete. Pete is kind of
Okay.
a rough-looking sailor kind of looking guy, and he has a hat on. You know, he's got some weird-looking eyes. He's got some battle scars. He's like, "Here, boss."
Hey, yo, his first name's Pirate? That's the legend right there.
Yeah, I'm Pete. Pete's here, guys. You called me, boss? Yeah, these are the people you're going to be taking out to the lighthouse. And if they need to ask it around or take anything off, and he's like, well, just fucking help them out. They seem like they're fresh off the boat themselves.
Sure, let's
Yep.
go with that.
You guys all give him like this fucking blank stare.
I'll just be stoic as usual.
I am approximately 3 insults away from releasing my charge on that
Releasing
crossbow.
hell.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have
Karma
that-
is wide-eyed at the moment, but
Well, what's Kazan's reaction to Pete? Is there one?
Just bearable. Doesn't really like give him any peace of mind, pretty much.
Okay.
I got
This
it
is
on.
gonna
I'm
sound
gonna put it
stupid,
on in a
but-
second.
Oh my god.
Kazan this is who he was meeting here.
Yeah.
And that is correct.
He fucking bumped his head again, didn't he? Of course he was. I was the one first meeting him. And I thought you were answering the flyer I posted. Don't just tell me you just fell right off the street in here. It's fucking noon and you're drinking.
You are
But-
drinking.
Of course, I'm the boss. I can drink whatever I want. He looks over at Kazan. Right?
Yes, master. It is also my day off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So 30 ahead?
That's what I said. Unless if you got earwax.
Fine. He like
Maybe
pulls
he
out,
bumped his head.
He pulls out like a gnome pocket watch. He like clicks open. He's like, I gotta go to a meeting. Pete, fucking take over and help out these newbies. And he like gets out and like walks out of the bar. Kazan, I'll be over in High Pass if you need me. And bring those
Of
heads when
course.
you're done.
Very well.
Toodaloo. He like leaves.
I do not think I have disliked someone so rapidly, so quickly.
Serves better than dying.
This is the first time since we've met that I have been able to 100% agree with you.
I'm glad that we can bond over our mutual disdain, Arendelle. Just cheers him with the wine, take a long swig on it.
make that thrice.
I just do a nod in my head.
Pete comes over and he's like sits down in a little bit. He takes out his pipe and says, "We drinking?"
No, we're leaving.
You
No.
can have a drink if you wish. Gazan, by the way. And I reach over my hand.
Pleasure to meet you. Shakes his head, shakes your hand.
Hi, Pete.
Oh, hello, milady. He like reaches out his hand to shake Vanna's hand. The Orc and Goblin get up and go, by the way.
I was wondering. Yeah, I was gonna ask if they just fell over or what.
Well then, Pete. Where's this boat, and how are we supposed to get it back?
The lighthouse is about a couple miles out. We gotta take a boat out there and figure out what the hell's going on.
By boat, you mean an adequately sized vessel, yes, not a rowboat, as these fine ladies call it.
I guess Gazan
I
here
hope
can
not.
help me, and I'll row one, and he can row the other.
Oh god. Very well.
What I do.
I prefer carriage, but I make do with what I have.
How far are we from the ocean?
Probably
Or
like
lake.
an hour away from where he's talking about.
We should
Alright.
probably start traveling over.
You
Pack up
guys
our
need
things.
anything before we go?
I might.
Uh,
Pick up a few supplies real quick.
Yeah, sure. Can I still drink them while you do that, or do you need me to show me where the store's at?
I'm sure I can find my way. Thank you, Pete, dear.
You want me just to wait here for you, milady?
Works for me. How about the rest of you?
allow me to accompany you, lady.
Very well.
Same.
Excuse me, elf. And I call out to Arendelle again. Are you
That
sure
is
you're not
one.
forgetting anything? There's an
I-
heirloom you have forgotten to.
Do you have something stuck in your throat, my lady?
The heirloom, my sir.
Oh! I pop open the scroll bag and pull it out. Are you referring to this piece of parchment I've taken?
That I am, in fact.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? What do you want with it?
Because I don't want to accuse anybody of doing anything inconvenient.
I don't believe I understand what you mean.
You don't have to know.
I see.
I think he wants you to put it back.
Well, that's not happening. It's not like she owned it.
Perhaps
No, but that fine lady over there does.
Does the
No, she
barkeep
doesn't.
know?
Barkeep is
And
just
no,
like cleaning some bottles right now and cleaning some cups. Because the orcs and stuff like that, you know, they're trying to clean out all that gook they've had in the cups. And you see her, and then she says, "Oh, they made a mess over here," and she begins mopping up like where you threw the fucking over the shoulder.
Whoops.
Arendelle,
Allow me-
perhaps you can pay her for it.
If you insist, and if we can just move on from this, I will pay for it. I'm gonna approach the barkeep.
She's like on her hands and knees with the towel, like scrubbing out. She's like, not again. Oh, yes?
I snap my fingers and cast Prestidigitation.
You like begin to cast precipitation, and you get the puddle begins to clean up. Oh, I didn't know you were a bender. I'm sorry, my lord. She gets up and like kind of dusts her pant legs off a little bit.
Think not of it, my lady. In fact, I came here in order to inquire to something I found down there, if you don't mind.
Yes. Did you find something?
Indeed. I reach back into my scroll case and pull out the parchment. I happen to find this fascinating piece of parchment. It is. You are aware of what this is, yes?
She like, as you kind of like unfurl the scroll a little bit, and the magical runes are there, and she's like, I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. You said you found it downstairs?
Indeed.
Oh.
I was wondering if you would be willing to part with this for some coin.
Least I could do is give it to you because you helped solve those rats. And I thank you so much.
Of course, but I look back over my shoulder and see 4 angry women staring at me.
Well, actually, Gassan will just give a nod. Just an upwards nod.
Karma's impartial.
4 women staring at me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, but I don't believe present company would appreciate if I walked away without giving you something. So I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a gold piece and just place it into her hand. Please accept this.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Oh, and condolences for your late husband and everything.
I look to the other guys and say, perhaps he has a good heart after all. I was mistaken.
As I turn around and walk away, I almost like I look like I'm very much sweating, but in a elegant way. I look like I'm glowing. But nervous, like, God, can't believe I had to do that. Alright, I did your dirty work. Can we go now?
We can. And you have my own thanks. Whatever it's worth.
Indeed. Alright. Lead on, my lady.
Alright, and I'll lead everyone outside. Is there anything that anyone might need before we head out? I'm not sure how... I don't believe... I'm guessing this will not be a very long journey, but just in case, might we want to stock up on food and rope, things like that?
Fortunately, I have some of that left over.
But we're just at we're gonna go to somewhere else to get materials?
Perhaps, just to purchase anything that anyone might be missing.
I suppose a snack wouldn't hurt.
Okay, so we detour by the market square. Is that what I'm thinking here?
Yeah. So it's not just to make a whole long thing out of it. Victoria only has
I I want you to roleplay everything, Victoria. Every little minute, you know. I'm just kidding.
Actually, Victoria is gonna like keep an eye out for a tailor, and try to find just a second pair of clothes so she can wear something else if she needs to besides the dress. Mainly, she's thinking if they end up going in the water, she wants something else that she can like change into.
Do you want to like? So you just buy yourself some clothes, right?
Yeah, just like traveler's clothes, just to have a second pair or something.
I don't have any. I'm literally have nothing in my backpack, my pouch.
You look over at Venice. She just like turns her pockets inside out.
Basically, except for my gold. Not my gold. Don't let them take that.
Perhaps you should come with us too.
I do have incense. Is that going to help us on this journey?
No.
Potentially.
If you want to talk to God, yeah, but I mean, how often do you do that?
It
We
can
could
also
have
be
used
used
them by the goblins and the orcs. Am I right? Are they smelly? Yeah.
I'm
okay,
sure
so
I
I need to
could
go
find
with you
these.
guys to go to find a shop.
You guys go and try to find a shop, kind of like maybe a general store. Windstrand isn't a very big place. It's a smaller city across the river of High Pass. Windstrand is southwest of High Pass. And you kind of go near the market square, and you guys find a place called the Jumping Gnome Pet Store. And then you just like shrug, I guess, and then you just like walk in.
I'm going to regret this.
Gnome. Did you say pet store?
The Jumping Gnome Pet Store. And you walk
Oh,
in,
pet.
you're a little chingling, and I'm gonna fucking do it.
Don't.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh gosh.
What could it be? Oh dear.
Jesus Christ.
And you see this like crazy looking dwarf. Come in, come in. He's got some like, I have the goggles somewhere too, but he's got these little goggles. He's got like a little smith thing kind of on too, the shoulder, you know, the little bands over his shoulders. Hey, come in before it starts raining.
I stand in the doorway. It just doesn't feel right for a soul dragonborn to walk in with like 4 elves, pretty much.
I just look up. Does it even look like it's about to start raining?
Yeah, it's a little cloudy.
I believe I'll accept that invitation, even if it isn't here.
Karma will walk in and bow.
I am no lord. What can I get you there? He kind of tries to look under your hood, Karma. He's like, I'm sorry, what are you?
I am a paying customer. What
I'm
are you
sorry.
selling in here?
I'm sorry, my lady.
Saved.
What are you looking for? Where are you going? I got all kinds of pets and things if you need that. He like points over, he's got like some birds, squirrels caged up, little rabbits, dogs, cats, things like that.
Do you have anything for adventurers?
Adventurers? You're an adventurer?
I suppose I am now.
It's a crude way of putting it.
What adventure are you on?
But do you have a better way of describing our predicament?
Unfortunate employees.
Touche.
I call us friends.
Lovely, Venna.
Well,
Alright.
how may I help you ladies out today? Oh, and sir?
Still stands. I personally
Wait, what?
require maybe a change of traveling clothes and maybe it does look like it's about to rain. Do you potentially sell any bags that are more resistant to the rain?
Bags that are more resistant. That's like a what they call a 4-syllable word. I can't think that hard, but I do have a spare clothes for you.
That was 3 syllables.
Was it 3 or 4?
3, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get them mixed up sometimes.
I can tell.
Well, good. Yeah, just perhaps another traveling bag. Oh, and maybe if you have any spare rations for sale.
Rations? You traveling far away?
Unknown, but better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, okay.
True.
I think the rations are about 6 silver pieces apiece. How many would you like? Salt and nuts. All kinds of stuff to help you good on the road, like a trail mix.
Sounds wonderful. Say 6. Okay, so.
6 silver pieces.
All right.
They'll last for a long time, though. That's why they're so good. They're salted.
How many do we think we're gonna need?
That's what I was.
Well, it's only an hour away, so I doubt we'll actually need 1, but maybe 2 just to be safe.
Right.
In case we get lost on our way there, so we have enough to get there and to get back. Since I don't think any of us are good at hunting, unless if I'm mistaken.
No, I think that assumption is quite correct, at least on my front. I'll take 5 of those rations.
Okay. He takes your coin. He gives you some salted rations. And you
Alright.
said you wanted some clothes. That'll be 2 gold and 3 silver.
Very well. Should do that.
He hands you some traveler's clothes. And can I help any of you other ladies out? And sir,
You have any mice?
yes, I do. Right over here. 2 copper for a mouse. You want one?
How many of them are there?
There's like a little. They're like in a little swirl. Like a little swarm. Which one do you like?
I'm going to pick the healthiest one I can find, like something that looks like it's running faster than the others, maybe jumping a little higher, maybe a little
Don't be
bigger.
scared. Go in there and pick it out for yourself.
You think I'm going to reach in there with my hand?
Well, yeah, that's the way you got a friend now, don't you?
Oh dear. Arundel is going to reach into his pocket and put on a glove, a white glove. And he's going to very carefully make sure that he puts a little bit of rope to tie his sleeve shut so nothing runs up there. He's going to keep his head away as he
Why
reaches
aren't
down.
you just a real cautious one now? But that's what the adventurers do, don't they? They're always thinking ahead, using their big brains. I like that.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. Let's call it that. And I just pluck one up.
You see a few of them try to nibble at your arms. You're probably right to tie it off, and you pick one out and you put it up. And he says, "What are you gonna call it?
Snack.
Snack?
Yes.
Are you gonna eat it?
No.
Oh, kind of a weird name, isn't it?"
Do you have a cage?
Yeah, right here. He gives you a small little cage, 2 copper pieces for the whole thing.
2 copper pieces each, or 2 copper total?
Total.
All right. I'll reach into my pocket and put a gold down.
Put a gold down. He hands you 8. What is it? 9 silver and 8 copper and change.
9 silver and 8 copper. Appreciate it.
And what about you? Do you guys need any pets? You don't want to be traveling alone out there.
Ask if he has. Do you have any like a cape
A cape?
with the hood?
You want to be
Something to shelter me
mysterious
from the
like
rain.
your friend there? He points over to Karma.
Yes.
It is the
We're
fashion.
going to be twins.
You guys are so mysterious. Why do you want to do that? You have such good faces.
The rain. I'm just going to protect. I want to protect my hair and my ears from the rain.
How nice of a cape do you want, my lady?
Just one that just water resistant.
Water resistant? What does that mean?
Leather. She's looking for leather.
Oh, pigskin.
That will do.
Oh, okay. I just got this back from the tanners right now. He hands you one that costs you a silver piece.
So I don't know the conversion, so I'll give you 1 gold and then you tell me the
He
rest.
hands you 9 silver back.
Like metric system. It's actually easy.
10 silver makes a gold coin.
Okay.
10 gold makes a platinum, and 10 copper makes a silver piece.
And nobody uses Electrum because that shit sucks.
Aren't you wearing his bracers?
Oh no, that's a personal thing, but yes, Arendelle likes it because, you know, it's a mixture of gold and silver.
Yeah.
You are really educated, talking about Electrum like that? I haven't heard that term in, I don't know, a few decades.
It's a fine metal.
Are you from the Isles by chance?
Perhaps.
Well, you are an adventurer traveling so far. Why'd you come to this shithole?
If you don't mind, I'd rather stay a customer.
All right. Dark and mysterious, I understand.
Yes, dark and mysterious.
Are you all together?
For now, yes.
Well, what is the name of your party?
Oh god, we're not doing this.
Well, what should we call you if
We
you
will
get
not
famous?
be staying. We will not be staying around for that long.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something. Maybe after our first little outing. What do you think, Venna? Karma? I feel like you are very creative name givers.
I'm not sure. What about you?
I will have a name by the time we get to the boat.
While they ponder on this, I will turn around and just stare into the blue and just say, "Master, can I have a moment?"
He's not here. You like bumped your head. Remember he took
Oh.
off, he checked his pocket watch and left? Who
Yeah,
you
yeah.
talking to?
Okay. Sure thing.
And you think to yourself, man, you guys left Pirate Pete back at the bar. Right? He's just probably getting sloshed right before you guys go out.
Do you have any candles or chalk by chance?
You just want some candles?
And some chalk.
What are you gonna make a drawing?
Sure.
Okay. He gets you. I don't know how much candles are and chalk is, but I think chalk is in the adventuring thing. Let me take a look. So I'm looking in the adventuring guild. There's a section in the player's handbook called Adventurer's Gear, Benna. And there's a
Chalk
bunch of
is
really,
1 copper.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really common items under there, like bells, blankets.
Okay,
Books.
some random things.
Yeah, it's in the player's handbook. It's where all these objects are at.
Maybe we need a blanket. It's gonna be cold on that boat.
Yeah, it might be a little chilly. Or a chain, piece of chalk costs you 1 copper piece. How many pieces do you want, Karma?
10.
Okay, so it's a silver piece.
I have a question. I know I have a crossbow.
Yeah.
Do I have arrows?
Yeah, you have bolts. If you look at your character sheet, you have crossbow bolts.
Okay.
I think you have about 20.
Okay. If we're attacking something, so. Oh, I know. Do you have any bags?
I've heard there's trolls out there. You gotta be
Would you have
careful.
Are you selling any? Do you have like a sack?
You just
or
want a
something?
backpack?
Well, I need something to carry something back.
Oh,
I storm into the general store. Did you say trolls live there?
yeah, there's a lot of trolls out there. You gotta be careful.
I will be needing some torches.
How many torches you want?
At least 10. Do you have that many?
Yeah, you want some torches? So I'm just looking here on the adventurers list to see what you guys want. I scroll down to torches. A torch costs 1 copper piece. How many
Do we all
torches you
have
want?
one or what?
I
have-
have 10.
Yeah, we should start with 10. Oh, well, no, I don't because I started with a different pack, but yeah.
I have some, but why they insisted on torches?
Fire hurts trolls.
Oh.
Please don't. I have really bad memories.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You're the one who mentioned them, though.
Just hand over the torches, please.
1 copper piece of torch.
Okay. And I figure out. And I drop them on the table right before him.
How's that cloak fitting on you, milady?
Wonderful.
You want a sack?
Yeah, or I could just go with the backpack. You've talked me into it.
You want a backpack? I thought you had one. Do you have one in your character sheet already or no?
It's not clicked already.
Really? You don't have it on you?
Well, it's there, but it's not checked.
That means you have it, but you haven't equipped it, so you just get to click the check mark.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if that meant I had to buy
Yeah,
one.
look, it's right under your cloak. There's your backpack.
Oh,
It's just right
it's on
there.
my back. That's why I couldn't see it.
Wait a
It was
minute.
on my back.
You've been drinking again, haven't you?
That little wine.
You can't resist it, can you? You tried to win that drinking contest over at the circuit, didn't you?
So everything in my backpack I have?
Yeah, you can just put it around in the backpack and stuff like that.
Okay.
You
So I
can
have
move it
a
into the
couple of
backpack
things.
and things like that. If you want to be super technical using D&D Beyond. Otherwise, we just consider it on hand. Anybody else need anything before you travel off on your grand adventures?
Please stop calling it that.
Okay, do we have any snacks besides like
Of
just
course.
rations?
That one right there bought some rations.
I bought 5 packages of trail
Yes,
mix.
but anything but something more tasty.
The wizard bought a mouse.
That's not tasty unless you're like really, really hungry.
Debatable, but I'll let that one slide. Well,
I will take that as a no.
oh, they're both muted.
I just muted, but I'm listening. I personally don't need anything, and I already have my 5 packages of trail mix.
It sounds like you bought everything you want. Are you ready?
I believe I
I
am.
think so.
If I say yes, can we leave?
Also, can everybody swim?
No.
Possibly.
You can't swim.
I'd prefer not to,
No.
but I can.
Okay.
I
Oh,
come
no.
from the mainland. We don't have waters so far.
Alright. Well, hopefully whatever we're looking for is not in the water.
Because I cannot carry your weight, no offense.
Alright, should we go find Pete then, before he gets a little too sloshed to be able to even row. I am so sorry for you, Gazan. How can you stand that man?
I have to.
That was an answer I should have really expected.
Well, she is a slave, so it's only to be expected.
We leave the Jumping
Okay.
Gnomes pet store.
I like just knuckle a fist and like wave it in front of Arendelle.
I don't understand the aggression, I'm simply stating an observation. The
You
mark
need
is
to learn
quite
to keep your
obvious.
tongue to yourself, Elf.
You could simply say you don't wish me to say it. You don't need to threaten violence, my lady.
Fine. Okay, I guess you're moving.
You guys head back to the Golden Chain.
Yep.
And you see Pete, you look through the window and you see Pete in there. He's like drinking a little bit.
Oh dear, I don't.
Yeah. You guys walk in, he's like, he gets his like hat on. You know, he's just drinking and smoking his pipe in there. Are we ready to go?
Are you ready to go?
Aye, Captain.
How you
I'm
feeling,
sorry, I
Pete?
can't hear you.
I ain't a captain, I'm just Pete. You can call me Pirate Pete if you want.
Yeah, but aren't you the captain of the boat? Or who's going to be the captain then?
Oh, God.
No, I don't know, you want to spin a bottle for it?
Goodness, no.
that's what
Let's
the
just
boat
move.
is.
Alright. After this way. He's like just walking through the town. He's walking for a while. He's like, we gotta go this way. The docks are way out there. It's quite a little hike, you know. We gotta walk for about 30 minutes. Are you gonna be okay?
Of course.
I look
I'm
up.
the
is
one
it actually
carrying the
Dirty
bags.
Docks?
And it starts to rain a little bit, right?
I'm a. I know it's not technically a concentration spell, but I'm gonna hold cast prestidigitation at a
Kinda like
continuous rate.
above yourself to try to like
Yep.
hold a little field of magic or whatever above your head, so it's like a little field.
It's like an invisible umbrella.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive there. What you doing there, sir?
It's a simple trick. You don't need to worry about it.
Did you have to go to school for something like that?
Yes.
Or you could just buy a hat.
I'd rather not. Hats don't look good on me.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold out the umbrella to also like Venna and Karma. Like, I don't know if you want to walk onto this. It should be big enough for all of us. Because on you as well, it might be a little tight.
Right.
Go under her umbrella.
Yeah, I guess I'll just hold it up as well.
You guys are just walking on your way through the forest. What do you
Yeah.
guys do?
Rat, I think I would look over my shoulder a couple of times just to make sure nobody is trailing us.
Make a perception roll.
Let's go.
And I also
Can
check.
Can I give him advantage on that with my proficiency in
Yes, so
perception?
Gons rolls with advantage, so roll one more time. so-
Can I also check
Okay.
before we disappear into the tree line? Is the direction Pete taking us like makes sense for where a dock might be? Like we're not just wandering off into the woods, right? We're actually like heading towards like a body of water.
You're kind of from around High Pass, so you kind of don't know where we're kind of going exactly. Pete's kind of
Okay.
he's kind of a weird guy, but he works for the Lynx.
You don't trust me?
I trust that you're drunk.
Let me use my measuring stick real quick. Yeah, we're going the right way. This way.
Karma, you live out in the woods. Are we going the right way?
Oh,
Can
okay.
I make a nature check?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, mind, it was a 9, so not that good.
That's an 11.
Yeah,
Probably
but
it's probably like DC 10 karma to actually figure out just like an intuitive direction type thing. We seem to be going the right way.
I believe so. I don't frequent the water often, though.
I know.
How did all you guys meet? Seem like a big strange group of people here.
now I don't know how this group was formed, but I know they're capable of combat.
I met them on my way to town. I met them on my way into town.
Some ship just went missing not too long ago. That's where we're going. I guess they sent you guys out first. You must be the crazy ones, really, Dan.
Why?
Well,
You
we
don't know
what
the
the fuck
half
we're
of
getting
it.
into, and sometimes these seas can be kind of rough. But the Lynx they want to get that lighthouse working again, so they can help the ships come in.
I guess we all. So we're investigating the lighthouse then, not the ship.
Well, there's a ship out there, I think, but there's a lighthouse or something too. They want you to make sure that shit's working.
All right. Electricians.
Well, I mean, this one right here is able to turn the rain away. Maybe he can turn the lighthouse on or something.
Sure. I suppose we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Hopefully we can find some sort of creatures to maybe get some payout for.
Yeah, I wish I was rich. Then I could have my own boat.
I
was
guarantee
so
you.
close.
I guarantee you, if you were rich, you would not purchase a boat.
I probably would spend it all on holes and booze. You got me there one, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh,
That's not where I was going with that, but alright then.
charming.
Venus amused. So we're still walking, or we're at the lighthouse?
Yeah, this is our little RP moment, guys, if you want it to be. Otherwise, we can just
So-
go right to the lighthouse. Totally up to you guys.
This is a very well crafted parasol. Where did you get it?
Oh, I had it commissioned actually. You see, I find that most parasols that you buy are quite brittle. I want something a little more sturdy, so I had it commissioned actually.
Oh, it's quite lovely. They did expert craftsmanship.
Thank you. I like it as well. It was kind of difficult to convince them to put in more of the iron ribbing on the inside, but I think it turned out quite nice actually.
Is it heavy? You seem to be carrying it pretty effortlessly.
Oh, it's quite heavy, but it's alright. A funny story about that actually. Someone tried to steal it from me, and well, he's a skinny armed little lad, so he didn't quite get far. I wasn't expecting it to, not go anywhere when he picked it up.
Thieves, they never think before they act.
That's alright. Everyone's just doing the best they can, I suppose, even if his intention was not nice. No harm, no. What about the rest of you? I mean, quite.
We all like your bag.
Oh, I appreciate that. Meant more of your stories, I presume. They'll say I don't mean it to be rude, but you both, well, Venna, both you and Arendelle look to be quite young for elves.
But like, look at
Yes.
Arendelle and like see if like he's young or not. Trying to perceive. I'll just give you a quirky look.
I am old enough to be your grandmother's mother.
And you're still young to be an elf. You're, what, 130, give or take?
20, but yes.
We're both, yeah, because I'm only 105. I don't feel a day over 94.
In the world of Zin, elves are immortal. They cannot die through natural means.
Can't kill me.
You're quite, really starting out on your journeys, I'd presume.
I started wandering for the first time, yes. Though my journey began quite a few decades ago.
Fair enough.
Sounds like you've had a lot of hardship, Arendelle.
You could say that.
I think the shopkeep had a group, pegged a little wrong. I don't think Karma's the one that's all dark and mysterious. Arendelle, I think you're doing your best to put on that front, just without all the black.
Oh, God.
Just because you wear a red top.
I
Tell
could have
you
been
what.
an inn owner.
What?
What?
I could have owned an inn by now.
Are
That
we-
is fascinating, I think.
Well, that dream just went up in an explosion. Like
I
he
wonder-
shrugged.
Tell you what, ladies. If we make it through the night, I'll tell you something about myself. How about
You
that?
think we're gonna die on the first day?
I just turn around and look over my shoulder.
Huh?
Maybe.
I mean,
Okay, so I need, I look around to see what I see.
It's like forest, rain, mud, thundering clouds in the distance.
And it's only about 1 p.m.
It's around 2:30 right now. And you look up ahead in the distance, like over the horizon. You guys have been walking for about 15 or 20 minutes. You do see like an island, and you see the lighthouse out there.
See, I told you, it's right over there. Pete always finds his mark.
Joy.
see what we can find.
Pete, how long have you been pirating?
Longer than you. Long time.
I give him a little elbow nudge because I'm like, since you're a pirate, you
Yarr.
probably have a flask.
Yeah, of course I do. You want to swing?
In the
You know,
name of friendship.
A friendship? What are you talking about?
and camaraderie.
Yeah? Where you been you been sailing somewhere? Where you been a sailor at?
Oh, I am no sailor.
Really?
You know, Pete, another thing pirates tend to have are bounties.
Yeah, you
And
got a
booties.
bounty on Pete?
Does Pete have a bounty?
I don't think so.
That's honestly not surprising. No offense.
Yeah. You know, a lot of pirates, they get their gold and they spend it, and Pete's the same way. I don't have a fucking dime to my name. That's why I'm leading you losers out here.
Oh god, we're going to die.
This group needs confidence. Surely I can offer that much.
I don't know about that, buddy.
All I have seen any of us do is explode a few rats.
To be fair, you have
I
known
can-
us for an hour.
That is fair. I've only known you for a few hours, yes.
Few hours.
But,
And they were pretty vicious rats.
You were very vicious rats.
oh yes, absolutely. I'm glad those things no longer exist. However, I believe a few trials and tribulations are in order, so before we can call ourselves a, as the shopkeeper called us, a adventuring party, I believe we should at least test ourselves first. No?
I thought I was done with adventures.
Were you adventurer before?
Yeah, that's how I ended up in this predicament.
Oh, does it have something to do with this explosion you mentioned earlier?
I'll tell you on the way, but I don't want to, like, right here in the middle of the street. Doesn't feel right.
Oh, all right.
It's right up there. You guys are kind of like in the wilderness. Like, imagine the city's here. We've walked like a half hour, and there's like islands over here. And a few of these stray islands, there's a lighthouse on one of the islands. And up on the shore, he's like, well, blessings to Lanier. It's starting to clear up a little bit. Yeah, I like this.
Just take us to the lighthouse, please.
It's a little windy, though, as we kind of get close to the shore. You know, and he's like, there she is. Pete points to, like, a rowboat. It's got a little awning on it, though. He's like, yeah, I tied it up yesterday just to make sure it wasn't going to get stolen. Nobody was able to steal Pete's boat.
What? But do we need to take the rowboat to the lighthouse? Is that what's
Yeah, it's
happening?
right over there in that island. Don't you see it over there?
I want to assess the rowboat and just try and see if, like, this will hold across the water.
Hey there, there's no holes in this rowboat. Pete took care of this boat here. You can trust this boat.
Is there something I can do to check on Pete?
What do you want to do? Make an insight roll on Pete?
Yeah, I want to check out Pete. I
So-
feel like he's gonna sink us in this boat.
You're a little skeptical.
Uh,
Good old.
I had
pirate
the
Pete?
same idea. Can I offer a help action?
Yeah, you both give Pete a good stern look as he looks there. The lighthouse in the distance, it looks like a little dilapidated, like it hasn't been used in a long time. And
And I do the same thing for roll. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
you're gonna roll again, right? You're gonna roll with advantage, right? So because you got karma helping you out. So roll another d20.
With the advantage for insight or no?
Yes.
You guys don't trust Pirate Pete. What the hell? Who else you gonna trust out in this world?
Not good. Just
Perhaps someone who actually knows how to make a boat.
I drink that.
So I roll either a persuasion or deception roll with Pete to counter your roll. Okay, so I'm trying to wait till it rolls. So see, you rolled I see Karma rolled a 9, then you rolled an 8 plus 3. Pete seems like a little buzzed, you know.
I rolled 17.
Yeah, Pete seems like a little buzzed, but he takes his pipe out and he's smoking his pipe a little bit.
And he's like, well, just don't stand there. Get on. So let's shove off. You ready to go or what?
If I get on that boat, I'm going to die.
If what?
What?
Can you not swim?
Of course I can swim. I'd rather not, but
Then you're not going to die.
Yeah, you have your mouse to save you.
I'm going to get on the boat now.
I'm gonna get on the boat and I'm gonna make sure that I sit next to Gazan. Because she mentioned that she doesn't know how to swim.
Oh, I'm gonna sit away from Gazan then.
I'll sit next to Erangel.
After I get on the boat, you can immediately see after I sit down, my fingers are gripped. I have this boat in a death grip right now.
You're a liar!
How do we know if we can? We don't have a thing if we can swim or not. Is that
Karma will snicker. Good.
Oh, wait a minute. Have none of you guys sailed on a boat before?
I don't do boats. I do airships. This is barbaric. Why would anyone want to beat? Oh, what's this really?
Please
Oh,
do not
Sit
walk on my
down.
ropes.
Just look over the side of the boat, dear.
Oh, why do I feel like?
We haven't left the shore.
Look over the side of the boat. Watch the rocking of the waves.
Why is there a burning sensation going up my throat?
We're not even rocking. Calm down.
We're still in the sand.
Now, Elf, as mildly as entertaining as this is, I can help you if you will allow me.
Yes, anything, just please. Oh God, my heart is about to explode.
Okay, I reach over with my hand and put it on his shoulder, and I use my lay of hands points to cure disease and poison. But I think it's just poison, right?
You feel like
think
the
that would
warm
help.
touch of Gazan come over you, Arendelle, and the seasickness, that like pit in your throat, just kind of comes out and goes away.
I'll enjoy it on the way back home.
I'd appreciate it if you never spoke of this again. I say as I slide a gold piece towards her.
Meanwhile, we're all staring at him.
You see Petey's trying to push off. He's like, help me out there, big fella. He looks over at Gazan.
Come in. I don't even take the coin. Okay, just sounds constipated.
He's pushing it, and like slowly, like inch by inch, and he like kind of comes out. And Pete's kind of a bigger guy, so he kind of like lumbers into the boat.
He does to
He
hit
like
the gym.
falls over a little bit. He's like, yeah. Now you grab
At least
that.
I have a little bit of help here. That's nice.
Yeah. You grab that other O over there. I'll grab this one. Let's roll
Okay.
our butts right over there. How does that sound? Yeah.
Yeah.
The sooner we're off of
Okay,
this.
make pace. Make space.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So a Scala,
I
not
start
a swimmer.
sunbathing. Is the sun out yet?
The sun is out. Venna, you look up. You take off your hoodie. That you had your rain-resistant leather hoodie on.
My
And
pig hoodie.
and you look up, and the sun is shining as it peers through the cloudy sky. Everybody makes a perception roll.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll
no.
say the DC is 12.
Oh!
30, 20 from Kazan. So only one person in
21.
the party needs to make it.
11.
21.
14.
Sorry, this app doesn't love my computer.
And so you see it there, Kazan, like as we're getting closer to the lighthouse, as we're rowing across, you kind of like look over your shoulder as you're rowing, and you see like another island kind of close by. You squint a little bit with your dragon eyes. It must be like the dragon blood coursing in as your eyes, the cat eyes kind of slit inwards a little bit, and you see it.
The focus, yeah.
Yeah, you see like a ruined ship, like a maroon ship up there, but it's like broken apart, right? The wave-
Oh. Hold on. There's something over here.
You stop rowing?
Yeah, look over there.
Oh.
Pete looks over there, he's like, I can't see what you're talking about.
There's this tiny island. There's a boat crashed into it, I think. Hard to make out the details, but there could be some valuables on board. You want a detour?
That could be the ship that
I don't see any
Lord Khan was
survivors.
talking about.
Please, just let's get this over with. I might not feel queasy right now, but I'd rather not test my luck, as you would.
Is the ship marooned up on the island, this lighthouse island, or it's like out in the rocks, like in the ocean still?
There's the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Then there's this island right here. And the ship is there. You could see the sail sticking out, right?
Okay.
Like behind it.
Poor Pete doesn't have very good eyesight, though. He can't really see it that well.
I'm wondering if perhaps we should deal with the lighthouse to prevent any further problems before the storm. And then
what if
That's why we
something's
were
in
sitting
there?
here, right?
What if something?
Perhaps that's a wise idea. You are clever than you look.
Is that an insult or a compliment?
I'm not sure.
A compliment.
Perhaps both.
I see. A insultlement.
Is that
Do not make new words up in my presence.
is that sh-
You-
is the ship within 100 feet or 120 feet?
It's probably like 200 feet away. The lighthouse
Okay.
is probably about the same distance.
You Southerners are fascinating.
You guys feel
Once-
the boat like rocking a little bit more. What do you want to say, Victoria? What are you trying to do?
Once we get 100 feet of either the lighthouse or the ship or both, I'm going to apparate my dove, and I'm going to send her around just to do a loop in that area, and I'm going to lose my senses, and I'm going to look through her eyes and just kind of scout to see if there's anyone alive over there.
Yeah, you see like the lighthouse up there. It's not lit or anything like that. The lighthouse itself must be at least 200 feet tall or something like that. And you see it, and you don't feel as your eyes flicker and you enter the body of your dove that you let go. You guys see Victoria's eyes, her eyes just like roll up into her head, and you just see the like white of her eyes, and it seems like, you know, they're flickering back and forth. You okay?
Ah, I see. She must
It
not
really-
be very. She must not be very used to being a owner of a familiar. I'll say as I reach over to her face and just close her eyelids. Typically, you need to close your eyes before you start the connection, but it's a novice mistake. It can be forgiven.
And
Curious.
Victoria can't feel anything in her natural body when she enters the form of her dove, though, but it's very freeing, Victoria, entering like a spirit almost of another creature. You know, the people that desire to always fly and be free for most people, this is one way to obtain it, through powerful magic. And to feel the sea air blow across your wings to heights that you could never achieve by just walking across the land is truly exhilarating. The boat begins to rock a lot more, though, and you don't feel that sensation. Oh, ew, what's going on? Everybody rolls initiative, and I'll load up the map.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh dear.
shit.
Did you just put me in a boat battle? Oh God!
So here is the lighthouse, by the way. I don't know if I linked it for the Dragonhorn Lighthouse. I'm gonna put your guys' models out here. And I'll switch to battle mode here in a second. Venna, did you... Oh yeah, we have your new model in here, don't we, Venna?
I don't know.
I think we do. Design. So let me try to see what we can do here. So I summoned you guys to the board here.
Oh,
And,
see it.
And Venna, I think we're going to try to find your model real quick.
Okay.
I think you linked in a model. This is something I was trying to do last week for you guys. No, you didn't,
Hey,
Venna.
it's boy. It's boy, my guys.
Boy is in here. Venna, no, you didn't link us a model from Hero Forge.
Oh, I did. I sent you one.
Yes, but you have to link it in using the Hero Forge instructions.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll do it after the game or some other time. We'll just
Yeah,
use your
sorry.
model right now. You can see your model though, right? You're this person right now. There's this kind of this wood elf figure.
Mine looks blank.
It looks blank. This
Yeah,
right here.
I don't know if you can see my stream.
Oh, do you just see water?
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Look on the
Oh, there we go.
right
There we go. I
side.
had to zoom out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was me. That was
A little
me.
bit of
My bad.
practice, guys. I'm also going to put Pirate Pete on here. I don't have a model for him yet. Let's find a brigand. I don't know. This could be a good Pirate Pete model right here. Pirate Pete and his mace. That's probably not what Pirate Pete looks like, but we'll just have that be Pirate Pete. That's the beauty of imagination, guys. The boat begins to rock a lot more. And actually, what we're going to do is, I said everybody roll initiative, but we're going to roll initiative in my new little system here.
Okay.
Oh my god, Karma! I just like zoomed in on your mini space.
What? My 21 initiative roll.
Sorry, did I scare you?
So now I switch over to the battle map too when we're using the battle map stuff. Right?
Yeah, we are.
You like that? Give me 1 second. So you hear that sound? That was me rolling initiative. So I'm going to put, right now we'll have, so when I auto rolled the initiative, we have Victoria, she rolled a 19 on the initiative. So I'm going to just, it helps me out so I don't fumble through it. And we do alternating initiative. So we got Victoria up. And we have this water elemental.
So that's it.
Karma. Pirate Pete always goes last, or summons always go last in the initiative count, right? Poor Pirate Pete. And then we got Karma. Arendelle rolled last. This is the initiative count. So
Bruh, I rolled the highest initiative roll, and now I'm last. How dare you do this to me?
So we go into turn. This is turn-based mode in Tailspire right now. So now we're in turn-based mode. Give me a second. Everybody kind of understand where we're at, kind of what's going on a little bit? Hold on to your horses. The waves are getting a little choppy.
It's not a wave.
Alright,
So-
so I'm currently looking through the eyes of another creature. I cannot see, I cannot hear, but I can still feel my own body. Do I feel the ship lurch in a way that would alert me that something's up?
You feel my hand grab your shoulder.
Alright, oh, I hope it's really, it's really stressing on action to come back.
Feel the boat almost begin to capsize, you know, as the boat begins to rock over. It begins to tip back and forth. Pete, like, lets go the oar like slips into the thing. Victoria, you come to. I think that's your action, right, to move in and out of your form.
It doesn't say. It just says it's an action to go into it, but doesn't say anything about coming out of it.
We'll say it's an action to go in and out of the creature.
Alright, I come back to myself and... Oh, okay, alright.
The water elemental does its... That's the end of your turn?
Well, that's just my action, so I think for my movement,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to stand up.
Yeah.
I want to get up in front of the elemental and basically try to put myself between our two spellcasters here. So I'm just try to...
Oh no, you fell off the boat.
It's pretty slippery.
Congratulations.
It's
I'm gonna
pretty
go for
slippery.
diving.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Really rocky. It was rocking like crazy.
Just how fast that drop is amazing. No, okay. I only have 2 rages.
You're gonna waste a rage now?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna sit there and take it in the face. Alright, that's my turn. I'm just gonna move.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
The water elementals.
I'm not worried what's on that island.
So if you look at the map too, you'll see where I'm talking about. Way out here, you can see the shipwreck out here, right, guys?
Yep.
And then you can see way over here is the lighthouse. And let me just kind of, if you look at the map a little bit more, the lighthouse is here. And there's the boat right out there, right?
Okay. But actually, Dan, clarification. So during our session 0, we leveled up. Did that count for a long rest in terms of regenerating?
Yes.
Okay, so did I get both my rage
Yes.
back from the rapid? I will rage.
You want to rage instead? Okay, you rage up.
I will rage, yeah. Because I just didn't want to burn my last one. But if I got it back, then I'm going to use it now. I'd rather not tank a water elemental.
When I play, I move the initiative count like that. You hear that little sound effect? That means I move to the next turn. The initiative count. And everybody has to make. The boat tries to get capsized. Everybody makes a DC 15 strength check to hold on as the boat begins to tip over.
Oh, glad I raged.
Here comes my -1 strength save.
So Venna, there's
No, it's a 14!
Yes, you missed by 1. As you fall over
Wait,
into
what
the
do I have to
water.
roll? I'm sorry.
So in the top left of your character sheet, there's
strength
these
one?
Yeah, there's things called saving throws. You're gonna roll the strength one.
Okay.
Can I, as a reaction, reach out for Arendelle?
I go for what as well.
Well, I'm gonna say no, but that's
Shit.
cool. I like it. Sure. Arendelle can re-roll his saving throw. Try to catch on.
Oh,
As the boat knocks
how
over.
kind. How kind.
Oof.
That's a hard no.
The awning on the boat.
God hates you.
The awning on the boat breaks as the waves crash into it, and this back fin, like part of it, breaks off. If you fail the saving throw, I don't want to move the models off the ship because, like you saw with Victoria, you'll just drop right into the water unless I make you into a flying model. Basically, you're in the water then, and unless you're like an aquatic creature with some type of natural swim speed, you attack at disadvantage, right? Because you're like fighting in the water, really, right? Cool. Gazan is up.
Okay.
Are you in or out of the water? Who fell in the water, guys?
I'm flailing.
Arendelle can't swim, guys.
I cannot. He straight up lied. He cannot swim.
Oh, would I've had any
Okay.
chance to grab him, or is that?
He used a reaction. He had a chance to re-roll as Gazan tried to catch him. You know, as he falls
Okay.
over, he re-rolled it and he didn't pass. Karma, are you still in the boat or are you off the boat?
I fell over with Aaron.
Splash. Gazan?
Okay. Yeah. Is there any space for like moving up to attack the creature?
Yeah, you can go up to attack it if you want.
Okay. I will
Just
move up
remember,
in
I'm
between
not there.
everybody and just thrust my dagger forward right at its face.
Is that all you have as a dagger?
Yeah.
Why?
That's the best I could do. And if I no, oh yeah, I can choose to do that afterwards.
The AC
Let's
of
just
the monster is 14.
okay, here we roll.
The AC is what we call the armor class of the monster.
Ah, shit.
You have to roll to hit. If your hit roll meets the armor class, you hit the creature and can do damage to it. Otherwise, the attack either is blocked or missed. Gazan swings out with his dagger. It just hits against water as your hand just kind of bellows in through the water and pulls out. The creature really takes no damage. Karma's up.
I like how our second ever fight's a fucking water elemental.
Yeah.
How do you damage water?
You kill rat, now face water.
Karma's up.
Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave on the creature.
Okay, that means that you do double damage to it.
No, it means whoever attacks it next does double damage.
This is just for this round or something, right?
Until it's attacked next.
Oh, just the next attack.
Yeah, it's vulnerable to the next attack.
Awesome, awesome. Is that the end of your turn, Karma?
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to tread water with whatever actions and movement I have left.
You're kind of floundering out in the water. The waves are kind of choppy out here. But, I mean, you do look over to the lighthouse. There is, like, you know, a beach and a dock, you know? Ben is up. We're trying to help you out. Here's my hand, Venna. We're about to go on an adventure together.
Okay, let's do my first real adventure. So I should do a spell? No?
You can tell me whatever you want to do. Sure, do a spell. Are you in the water or outside the water? Did you fail your strength saving throw?
I did. I
You're
got a
in the
9.
water.
I got a 9, right? So I'm in the water.
Yes, you're in the water. So any attack roll you do is at disadvantage. That means we roll
okay.
2d20 and we take the lowest of the d20 roll.
Are you suggesting this?
You can do whatever you want.
I don't know if everybody's sorry.
Is it an action or movement to get back into the boat?
It's an action. Just it's a movement, but it's just climbing up into the boat. But the boat is just getting rocked by this watery form.
So I don't have much for weapons, so it's not like I can attack something while I'm in the water. And then I don't know.
Pull out your
if we can-
crossbow and shoot it if you want, or you could cast a spell.
You also have your cantrips, which don't cost spell slots.
Yeah.
Les shoot water.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
I swear to God, I studied these.
Victoria, Venna, why don't you use a cantrip to help you out? Cantrips do not require spell slots. I gave you a few cantrips. I think one of them was firebolt. You know, you're shooting into water. Maybe you're trying to like dissipate it with some steam. But you're in the water floating and stuff like that, so it's hard for you to attack it. Roll an attack roll using the spell there, right? Let me go to
Me
your...
or Victoria?
I'm sorry, Venna. Because I wanted Victoria to kind of help you out a little bit.
What should I roll? I'm sorry.
I'm going to go to your character sheet. I'll help you out.
Okay.
Is this music from the Darkest Dungeon?
Yes, it is.
Yes!
My palms start sweating. I start feeling so anxious. I'm like, what is that? Like, oh.
Of course.
I don't know.
PTSD.
So I'm on your character sheet. You have Firebolt is a spell I'm looking at, right? It's under cantrip.
Yeah, I saw that one, or Magic Missile.
Magic Missile is the one that automatically hits and does force damage. But I'm just trying to help you out with the first one here. Why don't we just
Oh, because that one's a cantrip.
Why don't you just click that button, the +4 button, right? You have to hit a 14, so you have to roll a 10 or higher on the die roll. So click that die 4.
Okay.
Or the +4. So it rolls a d20. Everything in D&D uses mostly a d20. And as it slowly waddles
I know.
across
I
your
don't know
screen,
what my computer hates this website. They need to develop an
waddles
app.
across, tipping back and forth. A natural 20. That means you
Holy
critically hit.
Yes!
And if you remember, in our house rules, we have something called super crits. Roll the d4, hit the button again. If you roll another 20, you do quad damage.
Do it again?
Yes. Do it again. Oh, look at that one. She cast a big firebolt.
Let's watch it slowly go.
Slowly whittling across the screen. This adds to the suspense, guys. Isn't it incredible?
Terrible. I'm gonna have to make sure I have a.
You can do like a little coffee break in between die rolls. It's great. So you didn't roll it. So now roll 1d10. Let's see the die roll right next to it. So it's 1d10.
The monster is vulnerable to the attack as well.
Yes. So roll that attack, right? Roll the 1d10 right there.
Oh, okay, wait, I see it.
Right, it's right next to that d4, right? So it kind of helps you.
Got it.
So what we do with the monster is you do 10 damage automatically because we do max damage on the roll when we do criticals, right? And then we'll do this damage, whatever she rolls, and add that too.
But this doesn't do
Another max damage. Your first critical hit of the game, Venna.
Oh
You
my
now
God.
become a power gamer. How does it feel?
Feels wonderful.
dear.
It's like the D&D Beyond New. I was new.
You've done.
That make me feel good.
You've done 20 damage to the water elemental, and you said it's vulnerable. Let me double check. You guys are kicking ass. As usual, as a DM, it is. Is it vulnerable to this damage? I don't see it's vulnerable.
With Path to the Grave, it's vulnerable.
Oh, that's right, because the next attack, Karma did it. Wow, so you see what happened here is Karma debuffed the creature, allowing you to do double damage, and then Venna hit with a critical attack, doing max damage on the D10, plus another D10 for the critical. So Venna does 40 damage to the water elemental. Water elemental is badly damaged. Arendelle is up.
Arendelle managed to grab onto the side of the boat before plummeting into the depths below. And as he props himself up, like he puts the rim of the boat under his shoulder, he snaps his hand, and the spellbook forms there as he whispers an arcane word, Cristili, as like a fan of cold shoots out from his fingers as I cast Frost Fingers.
Awesome.
It needs to make a con save.
I roll a natural 3, so with the modifier it's 7, so I failed the saving throw.
Alright, it takes full frost or cold damage.
You see the wintry winds catch across the salt breeze. It takes 11 cold damage. Are you guys gonna kill this fucking creature?
This wasn't supposed to happen.
It's a movement.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure that if it's a water elemental, if it takes cold damage, its movement is reduced.
Yes. We'll say its movement is reduced. You see as it begins to solidify, parts of it crack off into icy chunks. Hear them splash across the water right in front of you, Victoria. Pirate Pete's up. He's like, what the hell is that thing? Victoria's up.
Well, it looks like everyone's out of the water that's in danger, so I'm gonna hit it. So I'm gonna take my parasol and make sure it's nice and tight. I'm gonna give it a bonk. Well, no, that's an 8.
It does not hit, so you roll a dirty 2 plus 6. Now, do you want to attack recklessly, though?
Oh, that's right, I can do that.
You have to declare it before you make the roll, but we're going to be a nice guy, you know? You can roll again with advantage. But if the creature tries to attack you, it rolls with advantage.
That's true. You know what, I will, it's looking really hurt, right? It's falling apart. Yeah, I'll attack recklessly.
Okay.
I don't want it to get away. I'm gonna try again.
Just trying to help you out, I guess.
And I have a quick question. Since this is just purely flavor-wise, but since I did partially freeze it, could she have like some kind of bonus to damage if she hits?
We'll give her +2 damage. She hits with the second attack, and what does it sound like, or what do you do as you enter this reckless fury?
I think she just gives out a cry as she just two-hands this iron parasol that she carries around, especially seeing that now that Arundel is safe and not drowning off the side of the boat, because she knew he was freaking lying. And she puts that rage kind of into the swing.
You ever hear the Valkyrie from Clash of Clans?
I can't recall what that sound is. No.
It's or something like that.
Okay, that is
17.
then plus
Bludgeoning damage. What the fuck, guys?
if we're adding that +2, that'll be a 19.
Yes, so 19, that's right, because it does a little bit of extra damage, minus another 2. The water elemental is bloody. When I say a creature is bloody, it's below half of its HP. Right? So I try to give you these status updates on the creature. It's pretty wounded, too.
We just made water bleed.
Water elemental attacks you with advantage, though, Victoria.
Yep.
So it has 1 attack.
Okay.
It does hit you with a 24 or 13 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced to 7?
Yes, that's right, because you have to keep track of your own resistances.
Reduced to 6, it's round.
It's rounded
Round
down.
down?
Yes.
6, okay.
The wave surges, rise, and then crashing down with the roar onto you. The water rushes in all directions, filling every available space in an instant, and then suddenly it crashes down. It rises up once more, inexplicably. Gazan is up.
Ow. Let's try and give it another thrust.
Hey-ya!
Yeah!
Did you try to stab it with your dagger?
Yeah, and as I do that, I will also yell to Pete, whatever it is, just kill it!
You can't really.
Okay, let's
Yes,
give it a roll.
I don't know how much this boat's gonna hold together.
Your job
We'll
is to
make
make
it.
sure it stays together.
Get the fucking hammers out.
Ah, shit. That's probably not good enough.
Stop batting the latches. It has an AC, I think, of 14, I said? Yes. it
Yeah,
does.
that's not
It's
good
by
enough.
1. Unfortunately, this Princess Victoria is showing you up, Gazan. Karma's up.
I'm going to climb into the boat with my movement,
Okay, climb up.
and then I'm going to cast Bane on the elemental.
Bane. So it has a minus D4 to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks, right?
Yep, it needs to make a charisma saving throw of 14.
Okay. I fail. How do you put the Bane on it? Or basically another debuff?
I just say a chant, and I make a hex with my hands in the air.
Awesome. Ven is up.
I saw her cast that next to me. I'm like, not bad.
Ven is up.
I think I'm just going to try to attack with my crossbow.
Or you can attack using the firebolt again. It's totally up to you. Roll
Oh, I can still use that
Yes.
as many times?
as many times
Yeah,
as
that's
you
an-
want. That's what
Oh,
the cantrips are about.
Okay. I don't know.
It is an
I thought it was like a
at-will.
one-time.
You are
Okay.
a powerful sorcerer drawn from the dragon blood itself.
Well, we should do that again.
I forgot how
Yes.
your wild magic stuff works, though, too. Roll a d20 to see if the wild magic goes off. I think if you roll a 1, wild magic, you roll the wild magic chart. So roll a
Do I have to-
d20 to begin
Just roll a
the
20
random
dice.
chaos, yes. As you tap into your inner power of unbelievable fire.
Where do I roll the 20? Sorry.
Well, I think you have to roll.
I
Yes,
found
it'll
it.
take us 10 minutes to see the dice roll, but we will wait.
I just roll just the 20 and I'll click anything else. Just the dice.
Just roll, then you roll a 1, your wild magic surge goes off. And I roll on the
For-
improved wild magic surge table, which is a D300 table.
We wait.
For future reference, you can go to the cantrip itself. It should have a hit/DC. It should be like a +6, +5. You can press that and it rolls automatically.
Oh, for wild magic.
Almost. You roll a 2, but the wild magic surge doesn't go off. Now roll to hit, using the firebolt cantrip again, just like you did before, Venna.
I'm doing it. Rolling.
There you go.
Come on, baby.
Cupping your hand as if delving into a sack of grain, fiery particles begin to out of your palm. And suddenly, with a flourish, you hurl a mighty mote onto your target. Their size and intensity grows as they speed along with unearthly accuracy. And you roll a natural 1, which means an automatic miss. Arendelle is up.
Alright. Now that he has a bit of distance, Arendelle has regained some of his composure and is now properly ready to begin a duel. He has his hand out with his book hovering just a few inches above as he begins his next incantation. Isikri! As he flicks his wrist and casts Frostbolt. 11 to hit, so that
It
misses.
flickers through, but some of the water ripples around it and it passes right through. No damage is taken. Captain says, "I gotta keep the boat together." He pulls out a hammer and some nails and starts just nailing shit down. He drops his pipe. Victoria's up.
Perhaps a bucket to be more efficient. I'm gonna hit it again.
You want to do it with a reckless attack this time?
No,
Okay.
do not.
That hits with a 22.
Read hit. Oh, max damage.
Woo! Wow.
Let's go.
18 damage.
Yeah, baby! That's what we're waiting for.
This creature is badly wounded.
Ah,
Too bad elementals are stupid.
The elemental again, its turn is up. It begins to charge. I think I could just do this ability again. It focuses around it, creates a vortex of wind. Everybody makes a strength saving throw again. It tries to tear open the boat.
Oh dear.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! I fall.
It's a DC
This time
25%.
I fall backwards.
Gazan
I fall
falls
into the
over.
water backwards.
damn if I can. I don't know if I can use to play off my danger sense. If anyone that is within reach of me is like gonna fail.
You can try it on
if I-
one person. Gazan falls off. It looks like so does Arendelle. You wanna
Okay,
try to-
Oh god, this is a Telltale Games choice. Come on, who's gonna pick? Who's gonna
Karma
die?
Saves. She successfully saves. And then, who else? Venna needs to roll a strength save.
Okay. Oh, where the
Remember the saving
throws?
throw again? Yep,
Okay,
under
yeah,
saving
got
throws.
it.
And see, Venna, when I
Right,
call it out,
right.
you have to be the first one to roll because it's going to take 10 minutes for it to roll.
I'm sorry.
Everybody go get their coffee.
I don't understand.
I
it.
don't drink coffee.
You got to wait for the dice roll to happen. I don't know. We got to research why it's so slow. It happens on other people's PCs too. You roll a 12, so you fail. Venna also falls over. Who do you want to try to catch, Victoria?
I can't reach Arendelle, right? He's too far.
Catch
Probably
Venna.
Venna.
Yep.
I think she'd be my first. Like, if I saw her falling, I'd grab her first.
Yep.
So I guess do I use my reaction to force
She can
her to
re-roll. Venna gets to re-roll the saving throw.
Okay.
I do it again.
She tries to
Save the-
grab onto your hand to stay onto the boat as you like pull her out with your barbarian strength.
Well, hold on.
So it's a
guys.
DC 15. It's actually a pretty high DC. This time I'm going to be evil though,
Give me a good one. Give me a good one.
and I do the damage to you. as the boat begins to rip apart. You save, so you're still on the boat, Venna, but everybody takes 7 bludgeoning damage. And the boat begins to tear apart. I would probably say like this kind of stuff. It's starting to give way! Gazan is up.
Ah! Wizard, you know something. Can you do it again? Kill it!
In response to that, you see bubbles coming out of the water.
You look back, you don't see him, he must have got rocked off.
Okay, and I slash across the elemental this time.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's go.
Poor Gazan needs
Hit
a
it.
weapon.
What?
Yes, you hit. Nice. Roll
Okay,
damage
and
with
I
your
will-
powerful dagger.
I will layer what is it? A smite onto that.
Yes! Come on, get final hit, dagger wielder.
I've never heard of a dagger using a smite. I've heard of pins using smite. I've heard of bricks using smite, but never a dagger. Isn't that weird?
Probably because it's such an underused weapon for a paladin.
Roll damage with the
Exactly.
D4.
Okay.
Max
Oh!
damage. Wow. You plunge your
Okay.
dagger deep into the water elemental. You say something, and it begins to glow, a white glow. You see a large burst of water explode right in front of you as the smite damage hits. Now you roll 2d8, I believe. Yeah, 2d8
Yep.
radiant damage.
Yes! It's dead!
It is
I think.
not
I
close
hope.
to death.
Still
It's on death's door. Karma's up.
Shit.
Unfucking believable.
Well, time
yes.
to toll the dead then.
Come on, Karma. Come on, girl.
Wisdom saving throw, 14 minus 4 because of Bane.
Yes. What's the save?
14.
I roll a natural 19. Minus 3, 17, so it passes the effect. It doesn't do half damage, does it?
I'm not sure if toll dead does
It's a
half damage.
cantrips. Cantrips don't do half
Nope.
damage.
Nah, nothing happens.
Look at you, Arendelle. You went to school somewhere in the Isles of Aetherless. Then is up.
All right. So
Yes, unfortunately, I wasn't on the diving team.
I'm gonna do my crossbow this time. I'm on the
Okay.
boat, aren't I?
You can shoot with your crossbow. You roll the attack roll with the crossbow then. There you go.
I'm learning how to find the things.
No, you're doing good. That's what this is all about.
All right.
You hit with a 22. Roll damage with the crossbow bolt. Are you going to kill it, Venna?
I hope. Yes.
Incredible.
Do I do the piercing thing? The 1d8.
Yes,
plus one?
right next to it. The damage die right next to it. +1 because it uses your dex mod, which your dex mod must be +1.
I'm holding in like feeling lucky, punk.
Watch it be 2.
Don't say it. Don't jinx
Come
it.
on. Come on.
You jinxed it. Oh.
Yes!
Venna, how do you kill
Wait,
the
no, I
water
had 6
elemental?
HP!
Venna, how do you kill the water elemental?
Oh,
man.
never mind.
So I walk up to it. It's on the side of the boat, right? I'm on the boat. I walk up to it. I take my crossbow. I grab it by the top of its head, and I just shoot it in the eyeball.
Whatever you think is an eye, water begins to drip out, and you just see its cohesion splash. But then you feel the boat begin to tip. Get on the paddles, quick! Hurry up! We gotta get to shore before this thing falls over!
I got one. I got one.
Captain Pirate Pete is doing the best he can as you guys do it. And then what I'll do is I'll move you guys.
It is at this time that you remember, oh wait,
Yeah,
Arendelle is not on the boat.
Victoria would immediately go
Bye-bye.
and get Arendelle.
I'm sorry. We'll come back for you.
Yeah, Victoria's
No,
immediately
I-
gonna make sure
I,
we get everyone
I'm
back on.
not, I wasn't kidding when I said this. Arendelle legitimately cannot swim. He will drown. He has no chance of swimming.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach over and like grab you by the arm and pull you in. You lied!
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
Damn your pride, you fool! I'm gonna slam down the bench.
Oh No!
Is any-
Oh,
Sorry, I'm so pissed.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Is anybody injured? Was it
I
only
am
the
in-
boat?
I am in incredible pain.
I'm injured, but
I say this as I show you a broken forearm. I am at 3 HP.
Oh,
I have a question about being injured. We had to give 7 damage to all of us before. I think that's the only damage I've gotten. Is that wrong? Did I do this wrong?
That's correct. Everybody just received 7 damage.
I go over to Arendelle and grab his arm and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Take 12 healing.
Over here. My arm is completely restored.
You feel the arm begin to wince back. You see the joint and the contusion of the bone. And the skin begins to overlay itself, folding back into itself. The gashes close and the bones knit together instantly.
Never took you for one of the divine types, though it is appreciated.
We all have our surprises, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we do.
What the fuck was
I'm
that?
An elemental. Though how it got here, that is the question.
and more importantly, how are we going to prove that we killed it? It has no head.
I don't know. I need
We
to
have-
fix this boat up, though. And
you got any bottles?
We have 5 witnesses.
He pulls out a thing.
he's like, "You want to hit?"
Oh god.
It's better than nothing, but we kind of ran away from it. It
There
might
you
be
go,
too late to
buddy.
pick up its essence.
He hands you the
Let's say, are we
flask.
in deep waters?
You look, you look
Thanks.
over the side, Venna, and the water's like crashing up against this rickety dock.
You, Dave, or whatever your name was, fix the boat.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need some of that lumber, though. Maybe you can get some from the boat over there.
We can look for it.
I'm gonna wait here, though.
Yeah.
If there's any more of those things out there, I don't know if Pirate Pete can handle something like that.
You just stay here, buddy.
You got any healing for me? I took a little bit of a beating, too.
He pulls up his shirt. It's like bruised. His
Okay.
torso.
I give him like 2 points of light, lay on hands.
Is that fucking it?
Yeah,
it's better than
it's the
nothing.
best I can do.
Well, I'll just be working with my good arm, man. Yeah.
I think,
I have summoned my staff, and I am now leaning on it a little bit, but that's how I'm going to be walking for right now.
Is anyone else feeling under the weather?
myself, I'm not feeling quite as well as I would like.
Oh.
50%.
Well, come here. Let me
Exactly. 50%.
tend to your wounds.
Thank you, Karma.
I'm gonna put my hand on her head and cure wounds.
I'm also
the
feeling pretty, I'm feeling half my usual self.
Maybe we want to just rest for a minute. Maybe before we catch a spell, maybe we just want to rest for a moment and. just
Well,
try
I
to-
suppose. How important is this lighthouse?
I think it's more that if we end up encountering another battle, that we're not going to be too weak to. Especially how many times we had to go swimming after Arendelle.
True, he is a liability.
Oh, fuck off. I go to the land. I go to the shore. I don't want to be anywhere near the water right now.
Okay.
Like it's above board. Is it worth taking a short rest and rerolling hit die? Is that right?
So here's how it works. You guys don't need to use the healing spells if you don't want to. You guys can use something called a healing surge. The healing surge is a charged ability. You can use it once per short rest. Right? And it's under, if you go to D&D Beyond, it's under the short rest mechanic. As you guys kind of rest up, catch your breath for 10 minutes while you're on the shore. You walk down the docks. You look back. Windstrand really isn't on the shore per se. Pirate Pete waits here, near the boat. He wants to make sure that, You guys could maybe bring him some lumber or something so he could patch it up so we could make it back to shore without swimming all the way across.
As we short rest, I use my arcane recovery and regain my first level spell slot that I used.
Yeah. So also you can use hit dice to regenerate your HP. The hit dice is based upon your class that you picked. So for instance, Venna, who's a sorcerer, it's a D6 plus her
As
con
is for
mod.
me.
Yeah, it's a D6 plus your con mod. If you want to roll it, you can. This can also act as healing. You can use this ability also during combat as an action to heal yourself in combat. Sort of like a healing potion. This is something called a healing surge. It's like catching your wind, resolving your morals, standing your ground type of thing. You're able to
That's
regain.
under the saving throws?
It's under. You have to click short rest in your character sheet, and it'll pull up maybe something with the hit dice.
Okay.
Are you still wounded, Venna?
Yeah, nobody healed me.
Or-
I have a
Oh.
7 out of 14.
Venna
Maybe
looks
so-
kind of bloodied a little bit, like she got hit a little bit. You see a little blood come
I'm
down her
limping.
nose.
I noticed that nobody has tended to her, so I'll walk over to her, and I have my back turned to everybody else, so only she sees me, but I'll open up my coat and just swiftly pull out a potion of greater healing and just drop it in her hand and turn around before she can say anything.
So you gave it to me? What, you
Yeah.
used it on me? Okay.
I gave you a potion of greater healing.
So what does that mean?
I'll just roll the hit dice for you, and I'll remove it from my
okay.
character sheet. All right, so that's 4d4 plus 4 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just want to
It's a
mention
bit
that
much
when
for
he walked
such a
up to
li-
me and he opened his jacket, I got scared for a second.
I just pull out a switchblade and yeah, you recover 13 HP.
Oh, so I'm good.
It's a bit much for such a light wound, but I didn't need it, so
So now I'm
got
just
you.
back at my even 14.
You're back at max HP. Think of it like Elden Ring.
Right.
except it doesn't
Drinking my
recharge.
flask.
I just wasted 100 gold on you. Appreciate this.
That was very kind of you, sir. Thank you. I
No,
feel.
that-
Oh God, I
that
feel
was
great now.
sarcasm.
Thanks.
No, sarcasm. I'm rich.
So Deanne, we can use is it the healing surge and hit dice, or it's one or the other for a short rest?
It's the same thing. How it's done in D&D Beyond is you click the short rest button and use your hit dice to heal. Otherwise, you can keep track of it manually. Your hit dice refresh after a long rest. Oh, I'm sorry.
And then
I'm sorry. Half of your hit dice refresh after a long rest, which is the first 3 hours of a long rest.
Gotcha. All right, I spent a healing die during our short
saw
rest
that.
here.
You spent half of your hit dice because you have 2 because you're a level 2 barbarian.
Yep. And I'll use 1 just in cases.
Sure. What else? What do you guys do? You stand across the shore. I linked the picture of the lighthouse in there. It looks quite dilapidated, but it is imposing.
Oh, Karma, did you say that you used that cure wounds on me, or did you save it?
I saved it, but would you
think
like me to?
No, I think I'm only 8 down, so maybe save it
Okay.
just in case.
Is anyone
If-
else in desperate need of healing?
No, I have full health again, which isn't saying much.
Okay.
Typical wizards.
Hey,
Karma's gonna brush herself off.
I just look up at this horrifying piece of construction, if it could even be called that, and I'm just, if this thing was actually doing what a lighthouse would do, I am not surprised there's a shipwreck no more than 200 feet from it.
Yeah. Good point.
Perhaps we should investigate this first. I doubt that could a water elemental do something to the lighthouse?
Unlikely. But
You notice how quiet it is?
I hadn't, not with Arendelle here.
rude.
I
just
cast
wanna
Divine
look up-
Sense.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Cast Divine Sense, you touch your amulet again. Nothing is revealed.
Okay, I step just quietly closer.
I'll just, since nobody else is gonna take lead, I'll take point and lead us up the stairs.
What do you want to say, Venna?
I was just gonna ask, now are we at the door, or how far are we from the entranceway of the...
Look on the map. Look on the models, right?
We're still on the beach.
Tailspire, right?
Probably a good, 100 feet.
I got you on the beach, right?
I don't see it on the beach, sorry. But I probably messed something up.
Messing something up? That's okay. D&D is meant to be broken. How does that help you? Does that recenter your model at all?
No, I moved now. I wasn't in the focus. I got it.
You got it. So you're on the beach right now. You look up and you see this imposing lighthouse, which is sort of the picture I linked to you. But we also use the Tailspire model here too, right?
Yep.
Okay. As I'm walking towards the steps up to the lighthouse, I'm just prestidigitating myself to get my clothes dry.
I'll be behind Erangel.
You climb up the steps. They're rough, right? I'm just going to move. Some of you guys aren't here in Tailspire. Gazan and Arundel are not. So I'm just going to kind of move you guys slowly up. As Arundel takes point to lead the group, he slowly moves up this rock face. They were carved out maybe long ago. The waves crash out. It's quite eerie here, right?
I would just like to prepare or listen for anything, any sounds at all on the island.
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
The dice roll I made is the counter roll.
Ooh.
So even though you see the roll, you don't know if I rolled a natural 20 or a natural 1. Mm-hmm. You look around, and this is an island, and it's been vacant for a long time, Gazan. You don't see any foot tracks around. There isn't another sign of life beyond the strange encounter with the water being that almost capsized the boat. Do we push ahead?
Yes, but before we actually enter, I would propose something to the rest of the party. Now, before we enter, I would just like to say that this place is horribly dilapidated, beyond repair even. Perhaps it would just be best to burn it down.
We do need wood. We could just pluck on from the walls or whatever.
Yes, but, I mean, look at the wood, I say as I just take my staff and hit the side of the wall.
It'll float.
Yes, but will it be able to maintain our weight?
It's better than nothing. Would you rather chop down these trees down there? And I point to the trees.
I have nothing to chop with, so no.
Well, perhaps we also have the shipwreck over there. I don't know if taking apart the lighthouse is the best idea. We also have that ship on the other side that might have some carpentry supplies.
Alright, well, I heard my complaints. Onwards?
While they're talking, I would like to use Divine Sense and cast Eyes of the Grave. So Karma's just going to be chanting to herself.
Kind of just looking out. How do your eyes look, Karma, when you cast a spell?
They definitely glaze over. But Karma tucks her head and brings her hands to her chest. And I'm looking for any undead within 60 feet of me that are not covered by total cover.
Do you want to look into the lighthouse first then, Karma?
Yeah, definitely would.
Okay. Move Karma's model up here. Arundel is slow right behind. And I move Venna up, and I also move up Gazan. You open the door, it makes a cricking noise. It's not... Gazan, you notice that, the way the door sounds? Yeah, but it's something that must have been used recently, right? It hasn't been, really shut, like a door that's been, crusted over.
That's curious.
And the pallid limp Lynchend clings to the masterfully sculpted wooden door of the lighthouse entrance in a thin creeping strands, like veins, beneath the waxy skin of the doorway. push through, and you see these papers in here. You have to make a con saving throw as you trigger a trap.
Me?
Yes, Carla.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I would like to just smell the area. See if I can pick up anything from
You
inside.
fail.
I failed. Yeah.
You look over to the right of you. There's like a skull, hanging on this thing. It kind of scares you a little bit. You've been cursed in a way. You have disadvantage in your next ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Okay.
Until a long rest.
Are you good?
Something's going on here.
Should
Not
we
any-
stay outside?
Not just any lighthouse would have such a trap.
Karma, the skull, as you have the eyes of the grave up, it looks back at you in a way.
Sacred flame. Immediately.
You burn it away.
Yep. We to roll to hit.
No.
Oh, are we burning down this now?
I don't
If we
think
are,
we're-
I advise we not be in it while we burn it.
I don't think we're alone here.
Well, that's quite obvious.
Must step up to me, closer to Karma.
I'm gonna go in there too. Do I see the papers?
This place is a mess. And feel free to move your model into the lighthouse.
I cannot.
I know, but I'm having Venna try to practice it, guys, right?
Okay, yeah. I gotta find my model.
So you can, on the left-hand side of the screen, Venna, you'll see like the party, right? Kind of like in World of Warcraft and maybe other games. Double-click your name. It'll go directly to your character. You see that?
So mine's the only one outside. Okay.
Yes.
I don't. How do you change the angle of this thing?
You use the mouse. You use your mouse scroll to zoom in and out,
Right.
and also, so as your model selected, use the arrow keys to readjust the
Right.
camera. So use the arrow key to try to move your model. Did it readjust for
Oh,
you?
I
as
see
you did?
that. Okay. Oh, I'm bouncing around. Look at me.
Yeah, and every little bounce you do is 5 feet.
Okay, that's fun. But your angle is like you're directly on it, and I can't figure that out.
So I hold the mouse wheel down to like pivot the camera around, and then I use the mouse wheel to zoom in and
Oh
out.
my god! You know how long this has been driving me crazy today?
That's what we're here for, Venna. This is like the newbie central. That's what we're helping you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you.
Join me on an adventure.
My whole life is better.
It's called the middle mouse button. It is truly epic if you tame it. You guys walk in, you see a bunch of like papers and things strewn about, a pile of leaves and debris, a pile of books. It's hard to tell what is written on them, and a fireplace that is unlit, and a stairway descends up to the right, and some crazy looking like large crab thing, and an anchor, and a desk, and on the desk is another skull.
I'll approach the clam.
Can I approach the leaves?
I'll approach the skull.
I'll start off with Victoria. As you approach the leaves, this is just like kind of weird, right? It's like blown in junk.
Yeah,
Right?
is there any way that like these came in here? Like, is there a hole in the wall, or does it look like there's a trail from the door? Like they came into the open doorway or something?
That's right,
They're kind of like
Victoria.
far back in the room.
Yeah, that's right. Like someone been moving around. Someone kept the door open a lot, and just junk has blown in. This is
Can I
also,
try to like?
you know how like an abandoned house has like mold and things like that, and just like junk in the house, kind of like that.
So I just looked down and saw the talking skull. I'm gonna try to like sweep away this like brush and debris. Just try to see if there's anything like under it.
You start sweeping away, poking at it with your umbrella.
Yeah, just like
You look over to the skull, Karma. You have it in your hand there. Pretty awesome. What do you do, Karma?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Eyes of the Grave again.
Is it already up though? Is it just last a minute?
It just lasts until I disbanded.
Well, it's still up then, right? You don't need to recast.
Oh
it,
yeah,
right?
do I sense anything?
You sense anything? The skull. You're no stranger to the ceremonial rituals of resting the dead. The skull is strange, though. It's been bleached. And it's kind of weird. Why would someone have a skull on the desk?
I'm going to place it in my bag.
So you put it in your bag. And then Arundel walks over to the clam. It's like a barnacle or something. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's like sea creature life. Something dragged out of the ocean, right? It's kind of large.
I mean, if it's a giant clam, that means there's a chance there's a pearl in there, and pearls are very valuable spellcasting materials. So,
how about this? We'll have you make an investigation roll, DC 20. If you're able to open it up, maybe there's a pearl inside.
You are looking for a pearl worth 100 gold pieces there?
I'm not worried about the gold. I'm worried about being able to use a spell. What was the DC? Oh, never mind. Don't matter. That's an 8.
Failure. What does Kazan do?
Just smell around. Just trying to get a feel for the place. Maybe if anybody has been here. Or like if I can locate where the stench is coming from.
Smell around. Make a perception roll. The sea breeze kind of makes it hard to smell.
Oh yeah, but it's pleasant at least.
The salty air that's right near the waves crashing outside. Weird. What do you guys do?
I see book. On the desk, I
think-
see a book.
I see book. Is that what you just said? I see book.
I think about
Out of character. Hold on now. I do want to go to that book, just skim it, see if there's anything valuable in it.
On
Maybe
the
some
desk.
information. Yeah.
I walked over to these, I don't know if it was papers or something all over the floor. I just wanted to see what was, they got blown in.
Someone, it appears Vanna had taken a book and like tore a bunch of pages out of it. You see the rip across the binding, and they're just strewn across the floor. Pity. A waste of knowledge.
Disgusting.
Someone must have hated something.
Somebody hates these books.
You look into
Whatever
the book.
living-
There's like, it's not really a book, Arundel. As you look, it's like a piece of paper or something, right? Drawn at it is like, you see like an inkwell, to the right of it. Drawn on this piece of paper is something drawn like someone took their time to draw it. And it looks like pretty well done. It's like shaded, but there's no color to it. It's just written in black ink. It's like a bowl of some kind. Inside of the bowl is a crude amount of water, but someone appears to have admiration for this bowl of water. Strange.
I will carefully fold it and put it in my book pouch.
Add a piece of parchment to your character sheet. And then you can also rename it to Picture a Bowl.
Yes, I'm going to look back on this 5 sessions and now I'm like, what the fuck is a picture of a bowl doing in my inventory?
What do you do, Vanna?
I'm gonna walk over by the fireplace. I see there's more books over there. There's a fireplace. I'm gonna check it out to see what they're doing.
Awesome. You move over there. It's the same thing. Like you see like someone had tore pages of a book. There's just like stacks of books here. And then you look into the fireplace a little bit. You see like a bunch of ash in the fireplace.
Can I sift through the ash?
With what?
Oof. Well, I don't have anything, do I? I use a book.
You take another book and you kind of just start shifting through the ash a little bit.
Yeah.
Barbaric.
Just like getting that book kind of dirty. Getting it kind of sooty.
I suppose I could have used the tools that were right next to the fireplace.
Yeah, there's some pokers there.
All right, can I do a poker instead? I'm like, oh man,
Poke
I
it.
made this book dirty.
Poke, poke. Poke.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing really. It just appears like someone was burning these books to keep themselves warm. Or maybe they just hated books. what was written in them. You know, Victoria, creatures of the darkness hate knowledge and wish to destroy all knowledge. Could this be something driven by the darkness itself?
Arundel's like, whatever is living here must die.
Perhaps we should go upstairs then.
Be cautious. I believe we've all made this conclusion, but we are very obviously not alone.
I'm sorry, was there any writing on the books or general idea of what these were? These like ledgers or between the papers and the books, like what are these?
The books are like soggy. Make an investigation roll, Victoria.
Soggy?
Can I give her advantage on that?
Like,
oh wait, never mind. I don't have proficiency.
They were soggy, I should say, Victoria. Like they were taken out of the water or dipped in the water somehow.
Maybe from the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, put to dry, right.
With a 0 modifier, that's a 19.
Nice.
You find a book. You're able to decipher maybe a few pages out of it. It's the writing that's not blurred by being doused into the seawater. Someone's eating a Twix. Arundel, I think it is.
That's a pack of gum.
I'm just gonna mute you real quick.
Can I do anything else right now, or how does this work? Can I walk over to this other corner because I see like pots and dishes?
Yeah, I just want to finish what I was going to say to Victoria, though.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the gum thing.
Yes, hearing the crickling sound of static in my ears is awesome. You find a few pages, Victoria. What's a famous wine from your homeland?
Oh, okay. Well, let's say, Everpeak.
Something your family used to drink around dinner time. Right? You think about it, it's a fond memory, but a long time ago, right? When you were a child.
Yeah.
It's like it's a guide for fine wines or something. You look at a few of the other pages.
Yeah, just...
Must be worthless, though, being all soggy. So much wasted man-hours of the scribe who must ascribe to every page and every letter into this book, as the printing press does not exist.
So I get the impression that all these books are, like, probably from High Pass.
Unknown.
Odd. Put the book.
Come along, everyone. We must go onwards.
Did you try opening up the
Karma is first up the stairs this time. She's rushing.
Karma runs up the stairs. You can move your model, buddy.
Be careful! Don't run up the stairs. Okay, never mind. She's over.
There's no railing. Be careful.
So as we kind of move up these three-dimensional models like this, you know, I use the arrow keys a lot. Why don't you guys practice doing that, walking up the stairs using the arrow keys a little bit? For the people that don't have it, like Gazan and Arundel, you can just kind of follow along on the stream and stuff. And
I teleport.
And see, what happens here is, like, I can't get quite up there, so I shift-click, and it looks like I end up somewhere, like, in here. And, you know, if I back far enough out, if I scroll back far enough out, we're not even at the very top.
Oh, no.
Turned over tables, right? And other debris tossed and strewn about this room. It's hard to tell, though, if this is recent.
Do I sense anything?
Using your eyes at the grave, you're peering out, looking for anything, any clue. Nothing. And you look above you, it looks like that's where like right above you is a ladder or a system of ladders that leads up to the very top of the lighthouse, which used to be lit. And you think about what the merchant lord said to you. They want to reestablish the lighthouse, right? As a beacon for their ships to travel safely in and out through High Pass and Windstrand.
So Karma stands at a menacing 5'5". She's gonna ask for a boost from someone to get up to the ladder.
I'll help you, Karma. Hold on.
And I have disadvantage on everything, so imagine this is a disadvantaged athletics roll.
No,
No, you only have disadvantage on one.
No, you
How
just
high up?
you just easily, Victoria like boosts you up as you climb up the you grab onto the ladder, and Karma, you pull up all the way to the top, and you look out over the sea here, and you think across maybe on some of the stories in the books you've read to the south, the Isles of Aetherlos, where the High Elves are at.
Do I sense anything up here?
You look down and you see the shipwreck, but then you kind of like move around as you're kind of curious. You see a dock on the back side of the island that was maybe hidden on the way in from your direction. And it's kind of hard to tell. Make a perception roll.
Oh.
Say the DC is 15. You roll an 18.
18.
You look closer. You're really trying to veer out using the eyes of Adon to see if anything you can see. You see that? Wisps of smoke being carried by the sea breeze right over the cliff. Someone is lighting a fire, maybe.
Hey guys, this area up here is fine, but I think I see someone on the island.
Where?
Over here, and I'm gonna like point over.
You point
There
over.
was a dock we missed.
Yeah, there's a dock right here, and then you see some smoke rising up from above here.
What's the
Maybe
bloody
that's
hell
what
did we get
he's
down there?
saying. The light keeper.
What's he doing down there, though?
Well, I have no means of lighting this tower, so I guess I should go down there and
Where's your
investigate.
fire magic?
Oh,
We have torches.
Yeah, I would say we have torches.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
so
sure I can make something happen too.
Besides, where are all the trolls?
Oh, we were promised they're probably on the other boat or whatever.
Unless that
another
guy
boat.
down there you're talking about, he's a troll.
It's possible. Possible.
But
I
why would he
just-
stand by a fire?
I
That doesn't make
just
sense.
I just go down the ladder and leave the lighthouse to go investigate that smoke. I ain't staying for this.
Do we want to light the lighthouse before we investigate?
Go ahead. I'm just gonna get a head start.
Oh, you.
I'll try to help light the lighthouse if I can.
I look at the model of the lighthouse as you guys take your flint and steel and start lighting your torches. They're like wrapped in like doused in oil of some kind. They can burn for like an hour, I think, right? And you begin to reach out. And I'm just looking at the model. There appears to be like stones and hot coals that would be put underneath just to keep the lighthouse burning. Crude, though. It's not really magical. Sad. But it is what it is. And there's like cages of fire that burn up. It takes about another 20 minutes to light the fires. I'll add 20 minutes to the timer.
Yeah, because I don't think I have anything that has like fire magic.
Do you have your fire bolt? Would that maybe be a little bit faster?
Yeah, that sets things on fire.
Venna, you take your finger
Do
out.
I have that?
Yeah, you take your finger just like when you hit the water elemental. How do you cast firebolt onto the coals to heat them?
How do I do it?
Yeah,
It's only one finger?
you tell me how you want to do it. Welcome to D&D, a game of your imagination, where you can do whatever you want.
I do like a Western movie, kind of like I walk up and I go, and then I shoot the fire. Yeah.
Woo! You burn it up, it lights it up, Venna. And it looks like the model, guys. The lighthouse is burning. But Victoria, how long will they last for? Without a proper lighthouse keeper here to sustain
Right.
the fires.
Not very long, but perhaps that's beyond their subjective, and frankly, that's up to the gilded chains?
The Iron
Something
Links.
chain? Iron links,
You
right.
forgot one of my 10,000 NPCs? How dare you?
I did. I mostly because I hate the guy that told us what his name was. Alright, well, that'll be the problem. For now, at least we've addressed this issue.
I
Shall
reckon
we-
I would already be outside of the lighthouse, yes.
Yep.
Should we go catch up with Arendelle? He's probably dead already, but...
I'm going to shift click everybody down. Why doesn't everybody move their model just for practice outside of the lighthouse down here to right outside the door here? I'm going to try to
How do you
find
do it all?
Arendelle.
How do we like focus on our model? Is it double clicking the?
Yeah, double click the model. Another trick you can do to like reach in through the building sometimes, if the model isn't like breaking apart, hit the N key. The N key is an Nancy, and that will create a sphere around the model for you to reach in and grab your model and break away the walls. Really.
Nancy, I heard Laurel.
Who are we missing? We're missing. Oh,
I think something on the roof still.
you're flying away. Who's
How
flying?
do I put her
Where's
down?
Mary Poppins with your umbrella. Drop her.
Mary
Mary Poppins, y'all!
Mary Poppins, yo.
Woohoo!
Yeah, she's cool.
Victoria flies away, never to be seen again.
Mary Poppins. Is she badass?
So
Yeah.
where did you say that campfire was?
It's
Right over this way. If you look, there's a compass on Tailspire right and the bottom left. It's pointing to the east.
Come along. I saw a way to get there.
Okay.
How do we want to approach this fire? Are we just going to scale the cliffs, or how are we doing it?
We're going to walk there, like
Or
a
there's
normal
a-
person.
cliff right at the side.
Who's leading the party?
If
I
we go
will.
around, it looks like the cliff is a little bit more steep, or this thing stairs.
Indeed, and I, for one, am not good at climbing. So, I advise we go around. We have
Fine.
all day.
Victoria, lead the way. I'm just
We'll
going to
follow
see
you.
where. I'm just going to
We'll
see where.
follow your lead.
I'm just seeing where Victoria goes, and then kind of what's going to happen.
Why do you say it like that, man? Actually, I think Arendelle. I'm gonna follow Arendelle because he seems very cocksure about where he's going.
I actually do, yes.
Where do
I'll
you
be
want to go,
behind
Arendelle?
Victoria.
We'll follow you.
So, I will go down the stairs.
Which stairs? This way?
Yes.
Okay. And then where do you want to go?
I will go around the cliff
This cliff? Like around this way?
the other way.
This way?
Yep.
Oh, you want to go
And
this
I'm
way?
going to, yep, I'm going to follow along that and just stay level. And then once I hit the beach, then I'll walk there.
Shall we
So,
make
like-
a stealth roll at all, or are we just approaching it willy-nilly?
I feel like when we get closer to the beach, we should do a
So I'm going to move everybody's model to like up here.
Stealth
Right.
isn't my forte.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I have anything. Hold on.
We're also kind of practicing a little bit, guys, right?
I'll roll stealth.
I mean, we do
if y'all want.
see something like a campfire a little bit. The sea breeze makes it hard to hear things, though, right? As the waves are crashing up. I'll be a nice guy. Then everybody can roll a stealth check with advantage as we start to climb down the cliffs. Victoria starts helping people down. Her muscles kind of bulge out as she drops you down. At least that's the way I think about it.
My goodness.
I rolled an
over
8
here.
for my stealth check. Karma is very loud.
Did you roll with advantage? If you have like the
Yeah,
heavy armor.
I
and
rolled a
stuff on?
natural 1 on my other one.
Ooh.
Yeah. An 8's what I got.
Victoria is the last one who kind of just jumps down. So,
I don't know where stealth is.
stealth
I
is
don't know.
part of your ability scores, or I'm sorry, your skills, right? It's next to when we rolled sleight of hand when you threw the beer over your shoulder. It's in that column. It's alphabetized, right? It's called stealth.
Just right in the middle. Oh
Yes.
my gosh! Yeah, sorry. I
It's
just
okay, Vanna.
Looked
We're
right
helping
over
you
it.
out. There's a lot going on. You're probably checking out your stream and like you're doing everything, so it's cool.
I don't care about those suckers. Just kidding. guys.
As I am helped to, as Victoria helps get us down, I'm just like, Lady Victoria, I don't know if you get this often, but you have an impressive amount of strength.
Thank you, but press amount of strength for.
You know, like, strength. Like, your muscles, they're quite dense.
Why, thank you. I worked very hard on them, and I laugh and jump down after him.
Of course.
I rolled the 17.
Everyone deserves a compliment every once in a while.
Who rolled the lowest roll?
I
I think
Hi.
Karma did.
Not,
Karma kind of like makes a loud noise. How do you like
Oh.
stumble a little bit, Karma, as you climb down this?
think I
rock?
followed down the last part of the cliff and just like smack on the beach.
You smack on the beach. You kind of like
it's just
make
a
little noise.
fart. It's a fart that echoes.
Everybody makes a perception roll.
Oh boy.
So this is a part of the same area there, Venna. This is one of the skill checks. It's under perception.
Slowly rolling.
Cool.
Not great, but whatever.
13.
I roll a 13. Did anybody beat a 13?
I'm 14.
Nope.
Venna, you see
Venna
it.
did.
Venna sees it. What can only be described is like a fish man.
Oh God! Why?
I put out his like model. Have you ever played like World of Warcraft? It kind of looks like a murloc. He looks over at you as he hears you, and you see him. He's like peering around the corner to just try to like, check you out. I rolled a stealth roll to try to sneak up on you. And he looks at you, and you look back at him. What do you do, Venna?
Oh shit. Is he attacking or is he just standing there?
He's staring at you. You've just locked eyes with him. His fish eyes, which are like on the side of his head.
Is she the only one who can see it, or are we all able to see it now?
I'm saying Venna.
Okay.
You guys, do you see this?
See
Can I describe it to them?
You see it, and as soon as you say that, you see it run off.
Oh fuck.
What do you see?
Well, it's gone now, but there was a fish man.
Fish man.
Did you hit your head on the boat?
No, I swear, guys, there was. He had a thing, right? What weapon did he have?
He had like a
Did he have a
spear.
weapon? There was a fish man with a spear, and he locked eyes with me.
But perhaps we've been walking too long. Maybe you need to sit down for a moment.
Where's the
Maybe
fish?
it's
I don't
love
know.
at first sight.
No, let's not jump to such a hasty decision. There are such aquatic humanoids. What did you have a generalized description of it? Was it small, large, humanoid?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what you said.
What do you do, Victoria?
I'm going to just start walking over here to peek around the corner.
You start walking around the corner, and you peek around the corner. You see the campfire, and we roll initiative, and that's where we'll start the game next week.
Oh.
They're just cool.
The two guys throw their fucking spears right at you, Victoria. Oh no!
They're only Kuatoa. What do we gotta be scared of?
Initiative was a 10.
They
called it a slark.
They're only known for creating gods because of their insanity.
Did you
All right,
guys
so
have
rolling
fun?
initiative now or next session?
Yeah.
We'll roll next
I
session.
rolled it.
All right.
Yeah, I like that.
Good game, guys.
Twas enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. Yes, quite.
Oh, yes, me lord. Good game. I can't see shit right now.
I'd be falling asleep.
Question for y'all. How do y'all feel about knowing Arendel's greatest weakness? Water.
Oh, that's
I love it.
you
I
were
can
giving
tease
us
him forever
ammo
about it.
in session 1 of how to mock your character. I appreciate it.
No problem. I love banter in between characters, so I try to instigate it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It works out.
You put 5 strangers together, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That 40 damage, though.
That was impressive. From a firebolt, no less.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
I have literally never heard of that, even from a 20th level spellcaster casting firebolt.
The Karma Venna crit doubling up was that's a sweet combo, guys.
Yeah, that was a good little thing there. So you weren't expecting us to beat that.
It's a CR5 water elemental, and that is a danger, to say the least.
A party of 4
Oh dear.
for a balanced battle should for a party of 4 in order for to make a fair fight of that CR rating of 5, that all 4 members would be at least level 4, roughly.
Yeah.
I can't raid your channel, Venna.
Oh,
the
that's
raid
okay.
thing
That's right.
You have the
What?
raid thing turned off?
No,
You do, don't you?
I got raided a couple times tonight.
Oh, let me
Hey.
let me see. Sim.
I'll raid you instead. I gotta get off too.
Okay.
Let's find somebody else to raid.
I'm raiding Bubba Lou.
Okay. Can you link it in Discord and I'll raid them too.
Alright, my fellow nerds, I must see
Nice.
myself off.
Same as well.
Yeah.
Good
That
night,
was very
y'all.
fun, guys. That was
Thanks for
I learned
nice-
a lot.
Yeah.
Today.
Tonight was
Thanks for the nice
fun.
game.
See y'all next
Stay.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.